Progressive presents the Museum of You.
We begin our tour with a unique piece, a relic from the early big screen television era. Remarkable. Next, we find a juicer, which historians believe has only ever been used once. And finally, compact discs from the emo era. A rare find indeed.
Some things should be history, but until then you could protect what's important to you and save by bundling your auto insurance with a renter's policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hi, this is Carol Kennedy with Camo Country, and we've been advertising with Blue Water Broadcasting for many years, and we appreciate Blue Water Broadcasting helping promote Camo Country.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Thank God for another beautiful day. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful show, and Montgomery needs a new mayor. Eddie Bader here in the studio with me. How you doing?
Pretty good, except for that whole beautiful day thing. Kind of hot, Joey. Don't know if you noticed.
Still can be beautiful
hot.
even if it's hot. It could still be beautiful even if it's rainy outside.
I agree with the rain more than the heat.
The beauty should come from within you.
No, the sweat comes from within me.
Well, yeah. I went to that thing, or like Katie Britt spoke and stuff last night. It was hot. Woo, you didn't talk about
the temperature.
Hot. Yeah, the temperature was hot.
Okay.
Now, there were a lot of good-looking people.
I imagine
I'll say men and women. There's a lot of good-looking folks. They usually say politics is like Hollywood for ugly people, but I just say that the younger generation,
I would say it's changing.
Like even some socialists are hot.
I wouldn't go that. Well, you're talking about the AOC thing.
No. The one that you agreed to yesterday.
Yeah, but that's kind of a honey trap. But,
Yeah. But no, it was steaming hot. Like, just sweating through. And where everybody's face is getting red too. Just not even sunburn, just the heat.
Were you bringing your own rain shower with just sweat coming down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, did you dress or was it a fancy dress because it was outside? So pretty casual.
Fancy, yeah.
All right.
I wore what I'd normally wear here.
Oh, wait a minute. You didn't wear some jorts and like a muscle shirt or nothing?
No.
Dude, you got to represent.
No, I'm still, as much as you like to think, because I'm working out and lost a bunch of weight, lost 50 pounds at this point.
Congrats, brother.
Like, I could get like a tight tank top. Nah, man, you still got that fat around the middle. It looks so stupid.
I don't want you with a tight tank top. I want you with an old rock and roll t-shirt, an old concert t-shirt where you've cut the sleeves off.
Yeah.
And you just going to represent.
Yeah, no.
It would fit your look right now.
No, one thing that did happen. Because I had the locks out last night.
I figured as much.
Right, you saw the photo.
Yeah, I didn't want you to. I'm glad you didn't man bun it.
I feel like letting the locks flow last night. And there was a rock band. There was like a Southern rock country band playing live. They're great.
Cool.
And, about an hour and a half into the gig, like after they're done playing, everybody's waiting a photo line to meet Senator Britt. This woman comes up to me and goes, "Y'all are great." Oh. And I go, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "Aren't you part of the band?" And I go, "No, ma'am." Oh, you look like it.
You got a roadie or something?
You guys are great. Like, thanks.
You passed the word
I didn't
along
have
to
to play
band?
any music, and I look like a rock star. I appreciate it, man.
No, that's cool.
Had somebody ask if I wanted to host a forum. I said no.
Oh yeah, forum. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I don't want to be anywhere near those things.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll maybe attend
It's
one.
easy money, man.
No, it's not even a money thing. It's like I want to be independent. I don't want to be the guy asking politicians
Yeah, you
those
take the money
questions in
from
that
anybody.
setting.
Yeah,
I'm good.
that's being independent. You take money from anybody.
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, but it's all sorts of folks that we know.
Why are you driving a Kia?
It's all the next attorney general, the next
Oh, yeah?
secretary of state. Yeah,
You invite them on the show?
sure, they know. It's an open invitation.
I'm going to start getting you a shirt that says, "I'm not going to ask you, but you're
Mm-hmm.
invited to my show."
Yeah.
Can we just do that?
It's all Doug Singleton.
How's Dougie?
He seems to be doing all
That's
right.
good.
And of course, saw a few other folks that are, bigwigs in politics
Mm-hmm.
whose names aren't necessarily household. Saw a lot of people. It's good.
Did
Good time. And by the way, it
Yeah.
was at Sweet Creek.
Okay.
And Reed Ingram and Karen Ingram, what they've built out there truly
It's
is
amazing, isn't it?
spectacular. Because I've been there many a time, but to see it with this big private event
Mm-hmm.
set up with this huge outdoor tent that is essentially adjacent to the rest of the actual building there at Sweet Creek, it's a beautiful setup.
Nice.
It was, if it hadn't just been that hot, it would have been perfect, but it was that hot.
It's the end of June in Alabama, Joey. It's
Yeah, and I have to say, getting into the politics stuff, Senator Britt's speech was quite good.
well,
I think it really is all the rage these days, especially with these 40-somethings, which are really, I'm almost there.
yeah.
Like the older millennials.
Okay.
What? Katie's 42?
I'm going to go.
Shouldn't
with
say a
40,
woman's age, but
40.
she's in politics and public life, so we should
Say
know.
40 plus 3.
But, like that's the same age Josh Hawley,
Mhm.
J.D. Vance. Rubio's a little older. He's the old man
Yeah,
of the
I thought
bunch.
so.
I think he's in his 50s.
I would think so. He's my age, or maybe a little bit younger than me, but not by much.
But you start to see a lot of these older millennials, who are especially senators or vice presidents and stuff. They're preaching the gospel of the of the gospel of Jesus Christ
Yep.
and framing it in the history of the United States of America.
Well, are we not a Christian nation? I mean, is it not a big
There
part
are
of
some
our
who
history?
say no.
Well, those are morons, and they could leave tomorrow. But for the most part, were we not founded as a Christian nation?
No, and that was part of Katie's speech last night.
I wrote it.
Of
for her.
like, it was not just that the Christian story
Mm-hmm.
going all the way back through the Old Testament is woven into, like, set into the architecture of our like ideas and
Yeah.
identity as a nation. Literally, when you walk through the Capitol building, it is inset in the architecture of the building, all over the place.
Right.
Stuff you wouldn't think would be there in Washington D.C. And there are some times where I hope that image of Moses is judging them quite hard.
Oof.
But it's an interesting look, because when you look at that compared to what the left is doing, especially another socialist winning in Colorado
Yeah,
last
right.
night,
In
you're like,
Colorado.
okay, you've got all these folks that are like preaching Christianity mixed up with their common sense sort of right-wing populist approach,
Okay.
conservative stuff. And now you've got the left with their left-wing socialist approach. You got to wonder who's going to win that battle.
Oh, I think the Christians are going to win, but
You think so?
yeah. But I also think of it's crazy that the world that we know today, we literally have communist leaders going into government, and that seems to be okay with some people. And
I think they've always been there. Now they're just so shrill and desperate that we're noticing them.
well, also I wonder, is it their true ideology, or are they just following the wind? Right now,
I think
know,
some of it's a true ideology, man.
Well, we know since Charlie Kirk's passing that a lot of people have turned over that way. And I'll be very honest, most politicians, they follow the wind more than anything. I don't know if they follow their heart as much as they follow their dollars and the wind.
And, Mondami's talking about, Frederick Hyde said socialists don't understand economics. Well, look at what we've done in the last few months. Hayek's wrong. And it's like, what have you taxed
done?
more rich people,
Yeah.
spent more money, and got a huge bailout from the state?
Yeah, and had more people move out. What have you done? What is there braggadocious about anything?
Right. It's like, hey, honey, I got another credit card and maxed it out.
Yeah.
You see, I'm smart.
I'm using all
Look,
the tools.
we're living good for another few months.
That's exactly right.
It's like, that's
That's how
that
it goes.
seems to be the approach.
It worked for the building the Obama presidential library, didn't it?
Yes, it did. And I mean, there's all sorts of stuff we could go into politics wise. Trump's going to hold a first ever midterms convention,
I saw that.
Republican
But
convention.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
He's going to run like it's a presidential year,
Why
get
not?
people riled up.
Why not?
And that's also part of this compare and contrast.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you got J.D. Vance and Josh Hawley and Katie Britt talking about Jesus
Okay.
and talking about like cutting taxes and regulations and securing the border and, all that stuff. And then you've got the Democrats talking about like we have to tax the rich. We have to give a fair shake to the everyday person because the system is so frickin' rigged. But by the way, this country was never good. This country has always been rigged against you. It was a bad idea from the founding.
Right.
And so when we're sitting here and, we've got a CNN clip where you look at, are you proud of the country? It's pretty crazy the number of Democrats who say, no, not at all. Huge number of Democrats say, no, not at all. And it's showing up in some of these votes. So if we're celebrating the 250th birthday of the nation this week, who do you think's going to win? The folks that say America was never really a good idea and it would only be through socialism and communism that will actually make it a fair and equitable place? Or the folks that say, actually America was pretty great when it was founded. We've only gotten better. And you know what? The vibe is back, baby. Leave this out of politics. The vibe ship started when all those Europeans and other foreigners came over.
Well, yeah, but they were taught the lessons that we were taught. You cannot believe the press.
Right. And for all the stuff that does suck, there's a lot of problems in the United States of America. We got a lot of great things. And I think it's the folks who lean into that celebration of America, lean into the celebration of American traditions, and instead of being folks that tear things down, actually build something. And this is the one problem that's happened for a long time with conservatives. And I've been saying this for a while. I'm not the first guy to say this. Is conservatives have always been that backseat driver where the folks go, look, we got to pump the brakes for a second. And then, we got the progressives to drive the speed limit instead of going 85 and the 65. We slowed them down.
Yep.
And then they just end up conserving all the progressive victories of yesteryear. Instead, why don't you, number one, demolish to a degree, abolish, doge it, so to speak, but don't just leave it at that. It can't just be a tear it down, burn it down thing.
Okay.
You have to be builders. And in fact, those are the best conservative movements, the folks that build institutions from the ground up while reflecting our best traditions. That's going to be the better thing to go with because that's what the left is chomping at the bit right now to do if they get power back.
Yep.
They want to expand the Supreme Court.
Yes.
They want to add new states to the Union. They want to do all sorts of stuff.
But I see us as having many more victories now than the left can even complain about. So I'm sure there'll be some challenges. I mean, we'll probably lose a seat maybe. I don't really see that, but I think more people as Americans feel better now than they have in several years, especially now. And thank God it's kind of ended, the Iran war, but gas prices, we see them trickling down every day. Well, that's a constant that affects anybody.
Yeah.
Affects the poor folks more than it affects.
And that's
people
the
with money.
most general thing. I was telling Jeff Poor this morning in his program, that whether you're right or left, there is this, I would call it populist uneasiness and angst out there where the gas prices are too high. Rent is too high.
Rent, oh man.
Power bill's too high. Insurance is too high. Like, and this notion that, I just got that 5% raise, but then everything went up 17% over the last decade.
Exactly. You took a 12% hit.
Right.
But
I'm barely keeping up.
Harder than ever.
And I don't make enough money to really put away into the stock market. And so you're starting to see a lot of folks. And what's ironic is a lot of blue cities, that's the most exaggerated, where folks can't keep up with the inflation rate in those highly regulated
How are
places.
they not being able to keep up in a lot of these blue cities when they just got giveaway program after giveaway program?
Well, but does that help you really keep up? Or does that just keep you comfortable?
No, it keeps
Is that
you
just
from drowning.
maxing out the credit card again for another month and you eat the penalty cost?
100%. They keep you from drowning.
Right. But here, just to give a quick cherry on top of this quick compare and contrast between the Christian conservative right and the socialist left, is John Kennedy, Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana. And he's with a boy from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Who's now a man, 40-something-year-old man, Theo Vaughn.
That's right.
On Theo Vaughn's podcast. And this is what happens when you're a serious politician who has good zingers and you go on Theo Vaughn's podcast to make your point. Sometimes it gets a little derailed, but you end up realizing it was a good idea in the end anyway because he makes you laugh.
Bernie Sanders, Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, Mayor Mamdani, and Mayor of New York. Mr. Graham Plattner is running for Senate in Maine. They are socialists. They believe in a government-run economy. They believe that, my words, not theirs, you should send all your money and all of your freedom to them, and they can make decisions for you. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I believe in free enterprise. I think free enterprise has done more to lift people out of poverty than all the social programs put together. They believe in defunding the police. They were behind all of that. They believe that cops are a bigger problem than criminals. They believe in defunding ICE. They believe that I know some of them that they think all white people are racist. I know some of them that they think Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and Dr. Zeus and Mr. Potato Head are all racist.
Dude, to say Mr. Potato Head is racist, bring him up. He's mixed, isn't he?
I mean, I don't believe.
I mean, he's half russet.
I don't think
Dude, hold on.
Well, yeah,
Let me-
there's Mr. Potato Head.
Bro, and look, first of all, look at the second Mr. Potato Head. Look at Mr. Potato Head.
I just remember
That guy, you tell
show
him.
the first Mr. Potato
Okay,
Head.
bring out your first one.
That was the one they got mad at.
Even
No, there
him.
was another one.
Bro, what are you talking about? Steve Harvey played him too?
Look at the one in the middle on the second row.
He gets all the roles.
They got
Oh,
mad.
dude.
They said the creators of Mr. Potato Head were racist.
Oh, come on, bro.
Now, I don't look.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you meant. I thought you meant the potato itself, man. The potato
no,
definitely.
Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, the potato definitely. He's from Jackson. But yeah, I don't think he's racist at all. The creators of it?
I don't think Dr. Zeus was racist.
No, he wasn't racist. I don't think so at all, dude. The cat in the hat?
I remember.
That's a black guy.
But my point is,
Horton here's a who? You tell that's not racist at all.
America.
It should be Horton here's a what? Or I don't know. Never mind. Go on. America what?
Did you think Kennedy had any idea what he was stepping into?
He should have.
I agree.
It's great though.
I agree, but I don't. I think they all think, because they do probably 1,000 of these shows a week, so they're just thinking, all right, just another schmo's going to ask me questions. But at one point, Kennedy really looked over there like, is this boy all there? There's some tism I should know about going on here?
Yes, he should. This is what happens when you get your start on road rules.
This is true.
All right. No, but it's great. I think he should know. Everybody should know at that point what Theo Vaughn is all about.
I would think so. I would really hope so, but,
Well, and plus, Louisiana guy. Like, he's got those Louisiana roots.
Coon has it, Joey. In Louisiana roots is.
But Kennedy kept going. And, Theo did let him talk some.
Yeah.
And, Theo has all sorts of folks on. He had Bernie Sanders on and all sorts
He
of
does. That's one great thing. I hate saying it this way, but he's like the Temu of Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has these guys on that I really want to see, and I want to hear that intellectual conversation between the two. But when Theo's on with these guys, I want to hear the silliness of these morons going at it. And I love that.
Let's keep listening to some of
What do you
those.
think are some of the pitfalls of long terms of like socialism that maybe people don't see that have happened in the past? If you have an example.
I do not believe that the people in the Democratic Socialist Party that I just named, some of them I know, Senator Sanders is a friend of mine. I believe deep down they think they're smarter and more virtuous than the American people, and that they can make decisions for the country and the country will be better off. And I respectfully disagree with them.
Yeah.
I trust the American people. This is the greatest country in all of human history. The whole world knows it. Everybody wants to come here. When's the last time you heard of somebody trying to sneak into China? People want to come here.
That's a good point.
And it's because we believe in free enterprise. We believe that our future can be better than our present or our past. We believe in free will and responsibility. Most Americans, they don't read Aristotle every day because they're busy earning a living.
Mm-hmm.
But they're plenty smart.
Yeah.
They don't need a soul-crushing federal government to run their lives.
Amen.
And free enterprise works. Socialism, name one country where it worked. It doesn't work in Cuba.
Yeah.
It didn't work in Argentina. It didn't work in the former Soviet Union.
Yeah, that's what I think sometimes if we do get to that place of it, where if it were to grow that much, that could it work? Is it different? Would something be different this time? I don't know. It's interesting to think about, if it ever was really tried earnestly. It's hard to know. I'm not voting in.
It was tried earnestly in Cuba,
Yeah.
and we see how that turned out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fascinating that you're starting to see we're getting into that midterms. Right now, everybody's going on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of the nature of it. But you're starting to see the groundwork being laid by the different sides as things heat up as we head into these midterms. And so, it really is as simple as, what do you stand for? It's going to turn into less the policy stuff. Like, what do you stand for and how are you going to make my life better? Now, you could be, like a lot of Americans go, I think they're just selling me something.
I'm getting that way more and more every day.
But to this point that people keep underlining, especially as we're, a few days away from the 4th of July?
Yep, buddy.
This is that
Fireworks.
fella on CNN, Harry Hinton.
Yeah.
And, he has an interesting poll he wants to cite. This is from Gallup, by the way.
Among Republicans, 93% are extremely or very proud. Just a single one.
The question is, how proud to be American? So 93%. Extremely or very proud to be an American in the Republican Party.
Among Republicans, 93% are extremely or very proud. Just a single one say they have little to no pride in being an American. But look over at the Democratic side. This is where we've seen this extremely or very number. It's been taking a tumble at 27%, which is way different than the 93. You do the quick math with me here. What is that? That's a 66-point difference here in terms of extremely or very. But look at this. The little or no proud to be an American actually among Democrats eclipses is greater than the extremely or very proud number. So we are just living in such a different universe if you're a Republican versus a Democrat on the basic fundamental question.
Yeah. 1% of Republicans said little or no pride in being an American. And this is Gallup polling, recent Gallup polling. 36% of Democrats said they had little or no pride in being an American.
That's just a hard number for me to take. Did they check their green cards and all? I mean, we're talking Americans here.
No, I think what we're talking about are the liberal boomers.
I just don't think there's that many. And maybe it's just me, my circles. I don't know.
No, I really think it's the liberal boomers.
Yeah.
They're butthurt that the things they built are not going to last forever like they thought. That history kept on marching. It didn't stop. It's kind of always the case with generational change.
I look forward to it.
Oh,
make
yeah,
me be
likewise.
responsible anymore. I'm so ready to turn in the badge.
But are you going to stop being proud to be an American?
Hell no.
Amen, brother. And that's just kind of the vibes right now. And so if we're celebrating 250 years, what's going to be a better sell to the average person? I love America and Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, or I have no pride in being an American, and the white patriarchal capitalist structures have kept you down.
I think that's
And they
going to
kept women down too.
Gonna be an empty booth come 4th of July, Joey.
And they're keeping trans people down as well. And you saw what Clarence Thomas said about them in that Supreme Court ruling?
I did see.
And then you look at the younger generation, though, and you go, well, maybe they're not proud or they are proud. They just don't know nothing. Here is one of these classic.
Yes. Man on the street?
Man on the street.
I love them, Joey.
In this case, man on the beach.
Oh, boy. Even better.
And it's all these young co-eds who are like, I don't know, but let's listen.
Celebrating the 4th of July.
Going down the beach with my friends.
I'm going camping for the first time in my life. And
Hey, you
I'm
doing?
honestly terrified.
And drunk and probably lighting fireworks.
Drunk while you're lighting fireworks?
Of course.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah.
100%.
Why do we celebrate the 4th of July?
Why?
I honestly couldn't answer that.
Well, actually not sure.
We celebrate the birthday of America.
To be lit and enjoy life.
That didn't used to be a trick question.
How old is America turning this year?
I I have no idea.
58?
58.
Is it actually?
58.
No.
250?
Where do we declare our independence from?
Explain that a little bit further. What do you mean by where?
Oh, no.
The United States. Great Britain.
Mozambique, Africa.
You're kidding, right?
And this is the thing. You can find so many dumb people on the beach.
You can, but what kills me with people like that, those are the same ones you see at the protests, and they ask them why they protesting. I don't know.
I don't know. Follow the girl here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Getting drunk, getting lit.
It's well, I mean, let's be honest. It is 4th of July. Some people are going to go into this weekend with more fingers than they will have on Monday.
What was the name of the war in which we fought for our independence?
Eddie.
I'm going to go Vietnam War 200. What?
The war we fought for our independence.
Yeah.
I think it's called the War of American Secession.
I never heard of that.
From the island of Great Britain.
I've never heard of
But I think most people call it what, the Revolutionary
that.
War?
I think that's what I've heard before. The British are coming.
Civil War.
The Civil War.
Yeah.
No.
Oh God.
I actually don't know.
The Rev.
Bro, I don't know.
French and Indian War. World War II.
3, dummy, 3.
The Revolutionary War.
You know, I think that,
What was the name of the general that led us to victory in the Revolutionary War?
Does it begin with an A?
Washington?
General
Lee.
Hitler.
It was not Hitler.
I
have no
thought that's what I
idea.
heard.
I thought it was obvious.
What year did we declare our independence?
What year?
Oh, to me? 250 ago.
1776.
1976.
This is a very wild guess. The 1920.
Well, the 20s were a good time, Joey. The roaring 20s, wasn't it?
1786.
1776.
That chick keeps getting all sorts of ones right.
Okay, so out of all these people that we've interviewed, who is Joey most likely to ask out on a date?
That one.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
16.
Plus, she's, you know.
I know she's pretty. The other ones are pretty too, but pretty dumb.
Yeah.
54.
Higher.
1730.
Higher.
1748.
Higher.
1778.
I didn't do well in school.
Democrats, they like to say Donald Trump is a king, but we know we don't have kings in this country because we kicked a king to the curb. What was his name?
Oh my God.
King George?
It's King George.
Yeah.
King George.
Yeah, King George. You sure?
I'll go with that right this second. Yeah.
Might need some multiple choice here. King Tut.
Ooh, God, I do love the King Tut.
King Charles or something? Neptune?
King George.
First time I've ever seen anyone get all questions right.
This is a Trump drop for everything.
Of course.
Who signed the Declaration of Independence?
William Shakespeare.
Lincoln?
Benjamin Franklin. George Washington. John Hancock.
John
Wick.
George Bush.
I'll say it, George W. Bush.
No.
Why would you say that with
What's
such
your birthday message to America
authority?
as we celebrate 250?
Happy 4th of July. Happy 250th. Celebrate and have a beer.
Everyone go light some fireworks and maybe blow some heads off.
What do you want to tell Jesse Waters? You're on his show on Fox News.
See you on my parents' television all the time.
Do you know who I am?
A handsome man.
Thank you. Here's Johnny.
They should have brought Snooki with them. They probably know who that is.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh,
That's a little dated at this
oh
point,
my
too.
God.
Wait, you just made a Jersey Shore reference?
I saw
You
him-
thought these, like, 20-year-olds would understand a Jersey Shore reference? Hey, you guys remember when the situation got really drunk?
Look, dude, I was trying to relate. Okay, my bad. I'm still off by a few years. My bad. I don't know who they'd want to see. I really don't. I'm clueless on that. Beyonce.
But it's also like, if I went, I'm sorry, they do this to young people.
They do it to old people too.
But no, if I went man on the street here in Montgomery,
I so
asked
wanna
a
do that
bunch
with
of
you.
boomers
I so want to do that with you.
basic questions, I don't know how many would get stuff right.
Okay, I think we should do that. I'd be your cameraman. I'll be security. I'll be everything you need me to be. I think we should do that. Honestly, because I think they do, just like in the television reporters, after a tornado, they always seem to find the dumbest. I really think they do find halfway intelligent people, but they're always going to portray the dumbest ones. So I'd like to see that, really.
See, but I want to add some extra flavor to this.
Okay.
And you can still tag along.
Okay.
Maybe you'll be the cameraman, but I want Wesley Britt. Saw him last night. Big, handsome man. Big man. And if it's like, okay, I'll ask you questions, but if you get them wrong, Wesley punches you in the face. And you have to sign this waiver, so there's no problems with that. If you get a question wrong, a basic question, you get punched in the face.
Here's the problem with that, Joey. You remember that back in the day, probably a cartoon more than anything with you, but there was that guy that had the monkey box and had a little monkey and he would make the music.
Yeah.
With you two standing there and y'all's sizes
That's what I'm going
so
for.
different.
No, that's what I'm going
I don't
for.
know if they would really
It's kind of what I'm
acknowledge
going
you
for.
or try to give you a
It's
peanut
like
or
what?
something.
It's like I'm way ahead of you. That's what I'm going
Just
for.
checking, just making sure
All right.
we're on the same page there.
All right, I'm going to get the little hat and the symbols and everything.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I forgot about that.
You know, add some spice to the man on the street. You know what I mean?
I think you should. I really would love to do Man on the Street interviews.
Trump participates in Freedom 250 train ride.
Oh, yeah, the train ride's going around. I saw that the other day, too.
That's in Medora, North Dakota? I don't even know where that
They
is.
have a whole track go around the U.S.
Oh, that's cool.
Independence train, yeah.
And earlier, by the way, folks, when we kicked off the show, there was some like anarchist couple.
Oh, yeah.
That had scaled the Empire State Building and
Up
they
to
were
the
on
tower.
up to the silo. Yeah. The very
In fact, they
tippy
went to the
top of
very
it.
tippy top, put that flag up.
And they put some flag that was all about like
What did
peace
it
and
say?
love, man. The world wants peace, brother. And I'm like, I love peace. Pray for peace all the time.
Have a problem with peace, but
But what was interesting is like they're all masked up and stuff, and the news is covering this with live chopper shots, like helicopters flying around them. And as those choppers are swirling about them, they know they're on national TV. The one dude gets down on a knee and proposes. And then you can see the girl take out her phone and stick out her hand and start filming it.
with that
And-
ring over New York. I mean, that New York was the backdrop.
Making the rest of us fellas look bad.
Yeah, but like I said, I think it'll be a long time before they get to enjoy their nuptials together. I don't,
You think they're going to get arrested for doing that?
Yeah.
But how bad is the arrest in Mondamis, New York?
well, that is a very good question. This would be a test of that because I think normally it's at least an overnighter and then you got to bail out and go to court. So in this case, we'll see. Mondami just might let them go. So, they're crazy lovers. Let them be.
Anyway, that was an interesting beginning to the day as we're watching people scale. Like
Is your
buildings.
love for a woman ever strong enough that you would climb to the top of the Empire State Building to ask her to marry you? Would you ever have that kind of love for another
Not
woman?
currently. Perhaps.
Okay, if you do, let's talk.
But yeah, I don't think I would go that far. I'm no Alex Holno.
No,
I'm no.
I
No,
remember-
I'm not. I don't climb.
I remember my younger days. You know, we would do stupid things to impress.
I
women.
climbed when I was younger.
Okay,
but yeah.
But I don't know. This love feeling might come back over you, and you're pining again, and you
When
might.
I was 13,
Yeah.
I ran all the way from where I used to live in County Downs to like deep in Dalreda.
Who was chasing you?
Nobody. I just wanted to see this girl, and her mom was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
I bet she did.
And I was like, trying to prove.
Okay, here's the.
I was
question.
sweated through.
I bet you
I
were.
stopped at the Flips. That still existed and got some water
On the way back.
on the way there. Yeah. Because it was a hot day too.
I agree. It was a hot day,
Mhm.
but was that successful? Was there
Yes,
any?
actually.
Okay, good.
Was successful.
Because I found that usually when the further I go out of the way, the more I tend to follow my.
Wasn't
face.
successful in the moment.
No, but in the long term, you put in the work.
long run.
Yeah,
Right.
you put in the work.
And then when I got what I wanted,
Yeah.
didn't want it anymore.
Amazing how that works, isn't it, Joey?
It is amazing how that works.
But you know
Anyway.
what? I've thought about this. Women will leave you. Okay. I had a friend that bought me a beer in I think it was 97, 98. He's my best friend. He ain't never left me yet.
Yeah.
But women, you
They'll
buy them
leave you.
rings, houses, things. They'll
They'll
leave
leave you.
Yeah, they will.
You
But my
bitter
buddy
at
who
all?
bought
You
a
bitter
beer,
at all? You just little men don't leave too. You bitter?
party of one.
Anyway, we got to hit this break. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going. But whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1.
Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care, so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
Yes? Yeah, I'm Bill. You called about some breaker stripping?
Oh, yes, Bill. My brother-in-law says you can do almost anything.
That's me. Not much I hadn't seen.
Do you really want someone who does almost anything in your electric box? Think about that. Because each year, thousands of home fires are caused by faulty wiring. That's why you want a professional, like the electricians at Crosby Electric.
Bill, how's it going? Bill, ooh, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really need my eyebrows anyway.
At Crosby Electric, all technicians undergo rigorous safety training, as well as background checks, drug testing, and continuing education.
Bill, you think maybe I should call a real electrician?
No, these little slip-ups happen. Everybody does it.
Really?
No, not really. When you need professional electric work, or you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us at crosbyelectric.com.
We're talking with Dr. Clark McLemore at McLemore Dentistry. Implant Day coming up on Wednesday, July 29th.
This will be the third year that we've done Implant Day. It is a phenomenal opportunity for big savings and a lot of fun, actually. Most people don't associate the dentist office with being fun, but it is a fun day. We have a lot of giveaways. It's a great opportunity to come, talk, let us see what kind of solutions are available, and save a bunch of money.
Book your spot today. Call 277-9570 or visit drmclemore-dentistry.com.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Mr. Electric of Montgomery. Mr. Electric, we've got the power to make things better. Visit MrElectric.com.
Boy, oh boy, the air conditioner and also pools are going to be your best friend over the next few days. Maybe a trip to the lake. Mostly sunny, very hot today with a high temperature up to about 96 and the heat index near the 105 danger range again. Lows at night don't cool off. We'll be in the upper 70s. And today, tomorrow, and Thursday, also Friday, and probably Saturday as well on the 4th of July. While the rain chances are not quite zero, they're very small. 20% or less just about every day. A little higher perhaps by Sunday. Highs each day in the middle 90s. Lows at night in the 70s. And of course, those triple-digit heat indices are here to stay for a while. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Very soon, Trump is to visit the Theodore Roosevelt Library. That's the big breaking news at the moment. In a second, though, I want to get into a headline. Not this segment. Maybe at the beginning of next hour.
Okay.
But the headline is, this cell feeds, grows, and reproduces like a cell.
Okay.
And it's man-made. Yeah, for all the talk of like who's going to win, Democrats or Republicans.
Yeah.
People keep forgetting, like, perhaps what's happening in terms of technology is just going to make all that moot.
Yeah, but we got to fight to the last minute with that.
Do we? Or is it just going to happen?
No, it's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Like, you would think after COVID, people would have fought.
Some of us were ready.
Yeah, but I think half of y'all just like talking about it.
Somebody's looking for a clean shoot.
Yeah, well, I'm not doubting some of that. But think some of that's just like fun to say too. Mm-hmm.
That's where people mess up.
Well, not like with the AI, with like, and it's in particular how it affects biology. It changes stuff so much that a lot of these issues that we talk about, especially around politics and government, it's just like the technology will change things where we're in a completely different paradigm.
Change it how though? I mean, you're saying we won't have politicians anymore? We'll be run by some.
No, I think you'll have politicians, but they like it won't be like all these problems they haggle over and stuff. Like, no, actually, the problem's just solved.
I see that, but I also see new problems. I mean,
new
we used to
problems
fight. We used to fight wars over seasonings and salt. So it's man. We'll find something else that I want that you won't let me have. And
yeah, but then it also could be like healthcare. We want healthcare. Maybe the futurists are right that aging will stop in like 6 years.
It better not.
You want to keep aging?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to. What if you could have your 30-year-old body back?
Nah, it's too fat. Liver was hurting me.
You're honest. Was there a time when you were skinny?
Oh, yeah, when I was a teenager. I mean, I was fat, but I was healthy.
Did you see the photo I posted of me as a teenager?
Seen a couple
with
of
my
videos.
mom
Yeah.
and my brother?
Yeah, one of them brought a tear to my eye.
Which one?
You
one
and
with my mom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it made me tear up too. But yeah, that was me at 15 or 16.
Just funny, I've always imagined your brother being older than you. In my mind, it's all, and I guess just because of different life progressions. But when I see that, it's like Joey's the older brother here. I mean, it's funny. Joey's the older brother.
Mm-hmm. Now, my brother, I think, learned from some of my mistakes.
I hope so.
And he's always been a little more diligent than me, where I'm a little more off.
I can't imagine that, man.
Yeah.
Wow. He's got some discipline then.
Yeah. I had discipline just in the wrong direction, towards the wrong thing.
I'm not knocking yours at all. I'm saying you are so disciplined. I can only imagine him being more than that. Made me feel like a piece of crap.
But yeah, no, I think the technological revolution is, just don't underestimate it. It's gonna.
What's going to be the new fight then? You got to have something to fight about.
Hard to know.
We're humans. We got to have something to fight about. There's no such thing as just peaceful land. It doesn't happen. We got to have something to fight about. And we better have a common enemy or we'll be fighting each other.
Scapegoat, huh?
Yep. Need one every once in a while.
Well, China did just unveil a video where there's a bunch of robots with guns.
Is that right?
Yeah, in like a military formation. Like, look like something George Lucas filmed in like the early aughts.
Yeah, but I've seen videos with drones that Redneck's made with flamethrowers.
Oh, yeah.
So I ain't worried about it.
Well, no, I covered, again, you bring up like the war aspect. I brought this up the other day. It's just a simple headline. The average lifespan for a Russian recruit to the Ukraine front, how long do you think they last on the battlefield?
I'm going to go 16 months, and I think I'm being generous.
20 minutes.
Man.
That's how effective the robots and the AI and the drones are. You go out there to the front.
You can't send your people. I mean,
you can't do it.
You can't do that anymore.
Right. So again, technology's changing stuff in a big way. And so you go, well, what's the next thing in warfare? I don't know.
Something to wipe out that.
Wipe out the drone.
Yeah.
Or a lot of folks predict underground. A lot of things will go underground, literally.
Yeah.
Which is dystopian.
It is. Honestly, that's all I can picture in my head is we're living in caves again.
Underground caves and bunkers. Yep. And it's like,
guards at the door.
It's like that scene in The Matrix. Well, we had to go underground because we thought we were fighting the machines, but we blotted out the sun. Yeah. Thank you, Morpheus. Anyway.
Goodness. I don't know. I kind of, I guess I'm becoming the old man where that's a future I don't know if I want to be a part of. I'd rather just fade on out. And it's sad because I've heard my great-grandfather say that to me as a kid many times. I thought, that's a jackass thing to say. You don't want to stick around for that, but I get it.
Yeah, but I got strategies to want you to stick around.
Yeah, good luck. You setting a trap? Is it a Jim Folsom type trap?
No, I'm not setting that sort of trap.
Good luck, man.
Like, think of your grandchildren.
Yeah, good kids. Good kids.
Anyway, This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services.
Oh yeah, man, they came out to my place. They
Yeah,
came out to their
spray for the
Airbnb, too.
mosquitoes?
Yep. And I was really glad because, not complaining, Ashley, but I actually saw 2 mosquitoes this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen none. I mean, literally none. And I know we had all that rain. I thought, man, whatever they put out, I wonder if it's washed away from the rain. So before I could even complain, they were already coming out there to spray anyway. So it was just time. It was just time.
And again, you're on the lake and you're mosquito free.
I'm on the lake and I've got the woods to the left of me, some rednecks to the right of me. But anyway, it should be mosquito heaven up there.
Yeah.
It really should be. But we have definitely put a dent in what they do to our family.
So if you want to be mosquito free, you actually want to enjoy your property, enjoy the backyard, the front porch, or the lake house. Check out Pest Pro Services today. They can come out and spray, get that taken care of. And of course, if you're looking for a great local company that's been growing leaps and bounds because they're just that good over the last 5-6 years, check out Pest Pro Services for all your basic pest control needs. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com or search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces or just call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those sleepy fellows on the radio, we're lacking energy today.
I'm sorry. Heavy mind.
No, you don't need to apologize to me.
Yeah, I got to work on that too. That's what I think.
And see, don't you want to watch me have children and fail as a father?
No,
That'd
you're
be
gonna-
pretty entertaining.
You're going to be one of the best dads I think I've ever met in my life.
I don't know about that.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 special. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
You want your floors to scream new, fresh, and stylish. But if yours are groaning, tired, old, and outdated, you're in luck. Because at Prattville Carpet, you can revitalize your floors while you save on the best brands available with perfect and professional installation and Prattville's unbeatable lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. If you're looking for carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
Start shopping for your floors right now at PrattvilleCarpet.com.
Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I can tell Eddie's in a heavy headspace, and we all are there at some point, some days, folks. But you want to hear something like really heavy?
Yeah,
like, you know, often we frame this as political theater.
Yeah.
But this is real as it gets, man.
Okay.
Her name, this is in front of the Congress, I think the House. Her name is Sheridan Gorman. She's an angel mom.
Oh, yes.
And she ripped into some of the politicians.
And yeah.
Well, let's listen in. This is only 50 seconds of it.
I understand that you're here for a reason. I don't understand why it's only the Republican side that cares about our American children. And I know that you're a mother. I know that you're a father. I deeply value that. But basically what you just did, what you said was, I'm so sorry for your loss. I have a daughter too. I have a son. I feel your pain. You don't. You don't feel my pain. Because the next words out of your mouth were, but. There's no but. When your child is in a coffin, there's no but. And I need you to understand that. And if you ever want to talk about it, I'm here. I'm going to buy you a bench. I can put that on the record. I'm going to buy Congress a bench. And they can come and sit and hold my hand and look me in the eye and explain to me why illegal immigrants are more important than my daughter. I really want to know because I don't understand. And I understand that you're here for a reason. I don't understand.
Yeah, man.
As real as it gets. And you know, this is a very generous country.
Mm-hmm.
And in the wildest dreams of your most hawkish, like, kick them all out of the country, secure the border stuff, you know, you never get everything that you want.
Right.
But given this is a very generous country, I would hope that you would understand the point of view. And in fact, J.D. Vance got a clip of him play it in a little bit. And he's actually was going in on the Vatican, the new Catholic convert going in on the Vatican. Essentially saying, y'all act like there's no cost, that there are no victims to this system of mass migration, when there are thousands and thousands that include Americans like that woman's daughter, as well as a lot of the folks who are migrants themselves from all over the world. And so, like, playing up the so-called moral high ground, or like you're just selling a great thing. No, you could have strong, sensible immigration enforcement and a proper legal system that isn't just by lottery and chain migration, but actually merit. What are you going to contribute to the country?
I just can't imagine the audacity of somebody that telling me that I'm sorry for your loss of your child, but.
Yeah. And she's going to buy him a bench.
I think that's great. I wish they would force us to be sitting on that bench on a regular basis.
Amen, brother. Amen. We got to hit this break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A ship ran aground in the Strait of Hormuz while using a route not approved by Iran. That's according to a report out today by state television in Tehran. The vessel was identified as a foreign container ship. No other details were reported at that time. Former CIA Director John Brennan is suing the Trump administration, demanding a court order that would require officials to preserve records from investigations that are targeting him. Brennan says in the lawsuit that the records would be essential for him to defend himself against any eventual indictment and make the case that he is rather the victim of a vindictive prosecution. A massive persistent heat dome is gripping the U.S., placing more than 120 million Americans under extreme heat alerts leading into the 4th of July holiday weekend. On Wall Street, things are booming. The Dow is up by 193 points. This is SRN News.
Are you tired of feeling lousy? Maybe you had a scare at your last checkup, or just walking hurts? When enough is enough, call PhD Weight Loss. When I had enough 4 years and 53 pounds ago, I knew I couldn't do it alone. I'm Mike Gallagher for PhD Weight Loss. Best phone call I ever made. They were right with me. They still are today. Right now, mention Mike. You'll get 2 free weeks added to the program, and they'll pay for the cost of your food. $1,500 value. Call 864-644-1900, 864-644-1900, or visit myphdweightloss.com.
Hey, John, why so glum? I just got let go. The company's downsizing.
This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. It's more than just great prices on lumber. From Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles, Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Rich Thomas Weather. Boy, oh boy, the air conditioner and also pools are going to be your best friend over the next few days. Maybe a trip to the lake. Mostly sunny, very hot today with a high temperature up to about 96 and the heat index near the 105 danger range again. Lows at night don't cool off. We'll be in the upper 70s. And today, tomorrow, and Thursday, also Friday, and probably Saturday as well on the 4th of July. While the rain chances are not quite zero, they're very small. 20% or less just about every day. A little higher perhaps by Sunday. Highs each day in the middle 90s. Lows at night in the 70s. And of course, those triple-digit heat indices are here to stay for a while. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. Former Montgomery City Council member Marsha Johnson has filed a lawsuit against the council for removing her from office. The city council unanimously voted to remove Johnson last week for allegedly failing to reside in the district she represented. Johnson's attorneys claim she was not given due process before her seat was vacated. Marsha Johnson is seeking an undisclosed amount in damages. A suspect was arrested Tuesday in connection with the death of a missing Montgomery man. 27-year-old Demontra Murphy is charged with the murder of 28-year-old Tyrant Williams. Williams' body was found June 21st near Percy Julian High School on Ann Street. He'd been shot multiple times. The Pride of Prattville Marching Band is on their way to Philadelphia to take part in the 250th Salute to Independence Parade. 88 band members departed this morning to represent the state of Alabama in the largest Independence Day parade in the nation. The 250th Salute to Independence Parade begins at noon on Friday. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. 5 reasons to get a home inspection before you close on a home. Homeowners buying their first home or their 10th home still need a home inspection performed. First, you will find out firsthand the true condition of the home, the age and state of the heating and air, the roof, electrical, and plumbing as of the date of inspection. Second, it may give you the ability to renegotiate repairs that the seller will end up paying for before closing. Third, if the results show that the repairs would be too costly, then you can opt out of the contract without losing your earnest money. Fourth, the age and state of the systems will indicate what shape the rest of the house might be in and give you the option to opt out of the transaction or renegotiate terms. Fifth, knowing what needs to be done to the house will allow you the opportunity to update the home properly to your taste. For a list of the best home inspectors in the area, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group at 334-221-2883 or 551-0225. The Goodson Group.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Middays, short drive, north side, west side, south side in Montgomery. It's I-J-O-E-Y, Joey Clark. And Eddie Bader.
There are those that think I'm a very stable genius.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. Second hour. You're on a lazy Wednesday.
It is kind of a lazy Wednesday.
Definitely a lazy
I
Wednesday.
guess we're all in the 4th of July preparation mode. Of
Yeah, absolutely.
Real
People have already hit
chill.
the road. A lot of people have been on vacation already for a week.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, yeah, the lake traffic's been a lot busier on Lake Jordan, which is not much at all, but still a lot busier this last few days than probably all year.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lazy, but we're taking Friday off.
Yeah, we're taking Friday off. I'm looking forward to it. Hanging out.
Let's go to Blair. Hey, Blair, how you doing?
This is Babs.
Hey, Babs.
Hey, Babs.
I'm sorry.
He
I don't know
wrote
why I
Blair down
typed
for
in
some
Blair. I
reason.
sure
But
did.
Babs, how you doing?
Okay. I'm hot right now, but I'm doing good.
Wait a minute.
The
What
rest
kind of
of
hot,
that-
Babs? You worked up? You angry, or is it just the summer temperature?
Well, I try not to get too angry because I do get upset.
Mhm.
But the whole of that lady's statement that she made to Congress was very, very touching. But one of the things that really got me, and I guess because I got 3 granddaughters, is she said, "I'm thankful my daughter wasn't raped before they killed her. I'm just thankful she wasn't raped." And that just hit me like a ton of bricks. So
Well, that is the problem
I
they're
just
having in Britain right now with a lot of the
yeah,
asylum seekers, if that's what you want to call them.
thousands of little bitty children, a 2-year-old. I don't know if I heard it
Yep.
on your show or who.
My God.
2
Yep.
years old, y'all.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Okay, that's what I had to say. Y'all have a wonderful, happy, blessed 4th of July. God bless America and God bless President Trump.
God
Amen.
bless you, Babs.
Thank you, Babs.
272-9228. You told me, by the way, somebody jumped off a bridge here locally?
Yeah, apparently last night, Highway 31 bridge into Prattville. Somebody decided that wasn't worth it no more.
It's an awful, awful choice.
It is. You know, I'll say it. I went down a rabbit hole one time on that suicide. There was a documentary on Netflix. I think it was Netflix about San Fran Bridge and how many people have jumped and that kind of thing. Something that shocked me was after they would recover the body, they said the majority of people you could tell regretted within seconds what they had done. They were bracing for impact, or they were, you just tell this is not exactly what they thought was going to happen was happening.
Yeah.
And I've never really thought about that. I always thought once you commit, and there's nothing you can do. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it to my family.
That's awful.
Yeah.
No, and it's the sin of despair. At the end of the day, it's the most extreme version of you abuse the gift of your will that God gave you to destroy that very will.
Yeah.
It's truly like, you want to talk about caving in on yourself. That is,
I can only imagine,
the ultimate version of it. It's awful. So I hate hearing that, and I hate hearing it happen here
And I
locally.
saw another thing that I guess we should talk about too, where it talks about people like that, where you've your friends that have reached out to you before and didn't realize it. And the story was this particular person, she was in the hospital. She did try to kill herself. And several of her friends called her and came by and visited. Like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me what you were going through? Why didn't you reach out to me?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I did. I didn't tell you I was crushing on the inside, but I reached out. I called you. And so they started a group called 8 Minutes. It literally takes 8 minutes of your time to stop someone from doing something stupid like that, especially a friend of yours. And you've got 8 minutes, whether you're in a meeting, whether you're doing whatever, you've got 8 minutes. And I really hope that catches on, because there are a lot of people out there that they just need 8 minutes of your time, man.
Yeah.
And you would never know, but it made the world of difference to them.
Yeah, no, I think there are a lot of lonely people in this world.
Yeah.
It's some people can, I like being alone a lot of the time, but I have a lot of people around me who love me too. I'm constantly reminded of that.
Right.
And so it's easy though to go into cave in on yourself, go into a rabbit hole where there is some blame to the person who says, well, I did try to reach out, because they will, and it's part of the problem of something like that sort of depressive behavior is like you cut yourself off before you get anybody. You don't communicate.
Right,
so
you really do.
it is truly self-inflicted in a lot of ways.
But there are signs that you have to watch for
Yes.
people. And You know, and honestly, most of them I've learned because of the mistakes. I didn't see them until it was too late. But yeah, I thought the 8 minutes thing,
No, I think that's a great idea.
it is. And, you know, again, if you got somebody that, and like you and I, we talk, everybody talks all the time, but there are times when, you know, you'll have somebody reach out to you that you probably haven't spoke to in a while. And that's probably the reason they're reaching out to you. They're hoping or praying that you'll just ask the right question.
272-9228. It's 334-272-9228. Man, it's a heavy subject.
Yeah, it is. I just can't imagine being in that spot. I hope to God I never am.
No. Just keep looking up.
Yep.
Keep your mind in a vertical motion, always looking up. Now, the headline reads, "This cell feeds, grows, and reproduces."
Okay.
And it's man-made. Scientists have long dreamed of discovering the alchemy by which chemicals can be turned into life. On Wednesday, a team at the University of Minnesota announced that it had taken a major step towards that vision. Blending together dozens of ingredients, the researchers have synthesized simple cells that feed, grow, reproduce, and compete with one another for food. If these cells are not yet fully alive, they have most of the hallmarks of life. Life is not binary, said Kate Adamala, whatever. Kate said, and she's a synthetic biologist who led the research, Kate says, "That's why I'm hesitant to call this quote-unquote alive. There's no clear line as much as we would love it to be."
But I mean, it's got action, it's consuming, it's growing. Is that not alive?
Yeah, but could that just be a zombie? Now, and as this technology gets better, and you talk about AI too, like there's something, and it's one part of the thing the Pope just came out with. It's completely right. It is God who creates, truly, that gives the breath of life.
1,000%.
And be very careful trying to act like you can do better than him.
How do you or we or even she know that she was meant to find that? She didn't invent it. And I just have a hard time people taking credit for things like that. You found it. Congratulations. But it's like Obama. You didn't build it. We built it. Oh, hell no, you didn't.
But until now, scientists have never mastered the recipe for a cell that can perform so many functions, said John Glass, a synthetic biologist at the J. Craig Venter Institute in La Jolla, California, who was not involved in the study. "It is dazzling that she has put these things all together," he said. Dazzling. Drew Indy, a synthetic biologist at Stanford University, said, "It's a cell that was built, not born. It's constructed, but it does what cells do." Dr. Kate named her creation Spud Cell after its potato-like appearance. Rather than patent it, she and Dr. Indy are organizing a community of scientists to focus on making spud cells more fully alive and adapting them to new kinds of experiments. They and their colleagues have founded a nonprofit research organization that Dr. Indy estimates will spend hundreds of millions of dollars on the effort in the next decade. Hundreds of scientists are expected to join. "We're going to remember this moment," said Rosanna Zia, a computational biologist. How many different types of biologists are there? But she's a computational biologist at the University of Missouri who was not involved in the project. Dr. Kate Adamala and her colleagues posted a 190-page account of their work online. The research is under review for publication in a scientific journal. Scientists hope synthetic cells can tell them things about life that natural cells cannot, including such basic questions as how many genes are necessary for a minimal form of life.
That's interesting.
For some reason, and like this is just a gut thing, that doesn't sound like that's the right question.
What do you mean?
Like, what animates you? Like, we're already being morbid this hour. You ever seen, dead body, especially somebody you love?
Yeah.
And you realize, like, that's their body that they had, but that's not them?
Yep.
And actually, it was, I first experienced that with my great-grandfather, and it was actually, for me, a moment of relief. I'm like, oh, he's not there anymore. He's not stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so what animates you is it just the basic functions that your digestive system, your brain waves, your competition for food, your ability to reproduce? Like all the hallmarks of life, but is that
no soul?
Life, right?
No soul, Joey.
Right. It just seems like what do you mean by minimal form of life? But synthetic cells also might someday be engineered to do things that natural cells can't, like making new kinds of medicine or drawing large amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. In theory, engineered spud cells might produce a vast range of proteins that natural cells cannot be coaxed to make, or even toxic chemicals like rocket fuel. Now we can think about doing chemistry that we're barely getting our heads around, said Dr. Glass. The trouble with life as we know it, mysterious, messy complexity. That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Our own DNA contains tens of thousands of genes, as well as millions of molecular switches, turning those genes on and off. Scientists barely have a clue as to what many of those pieces of DNA are doing. Often a gene that they think they understand turns out to be performing other jobs than scientists expected. And one way to sidestep this intricacy is to simplify, they say. But that's, again, I'm struck by how they're describing life. By how they're trying to boil this down.
And that kind of thing, but...
mysterious, messy complexity, they say. Mysterious, messy complexity. Yeah, let me read that again. The trouble with life as we know it, mysterious, messy complexity. Our own DNA contains tens of thousands of genes, as well as millions of molecular switches, turning those genes on and off. Scientists barely have a clue as to what many of those pieces of DNA are doing. So that's the modern scientific mind. And I'm reading this from the New York Times. Here's Psalm 139, starting at verse 13. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully, it's a key word, and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you. That's not science, but that is a mind, a human being who was, I think, had the right approach to life. Yes, it's very complex. It's very messy, quote unquote. But one way to sidestep all that intricacy and all that messiness and mystery is to simplify. Just simplify it.
Okay.
In the 1990s, a team led by the late biologist Craig Venter began studying a microbe that had fewer than 1,000 genes. The team, now led by Dr. Glass, went on to strip the microbe's genome down to 525 essential genes. In a 2016 paper, the team reported it didn't know what a third of those genes were doing. Dr. Glass and his colleagues have spent the last decade trying to solve the puzzle, and they still can't say what 56 of them are doing. There are still significant tasks that every cell has to do that we don't know.
Right.
Yeah, because it would outnumber the grains of sand, guys. Other researchers tackled the problem from the opposite direction. Instead of working from the top down, they moved from the bottom up, seeking to combine lifeless molecules to produce a living cell. Since the 1990s, several labs have bitten off small pieces of this problem. Some of them have perfected recipes to make hollow bubbles from oily molecules.
Bobo?
Others have found ways to encapsulate single genetic molecules inside those bubbles. But scientists struggled to put those pieces together into more complex systems, let alone something that could be called a cell. And again, the reason I bring up being knit in our mother's womb by God Almighty, being made in the secret place, woven in the depths of the earth. They're talking about a single cell. And they can't figure it out.
Right.
Try an entire human being.
Well, they even said, what, 3/4? They don't know anyway.
And then not just human beings, but the whole warp and woof of life. In recent years, Dr. Adamala took on one of the fundamental challenges, cell division. A natural cell divides with the help of proteins that lock together into a ring anchored to its inner wall. The ring winds itself tighter, pinching the cell in two. Other proteins act like winches. You know what a winch is?
A couple different kinds, yeah.
Moving DNA and other molecules into the forming cells so that they have the ingredients necessary to keep living. So it's almost like you winch on and you pull in.
Exactly.
At first, Dr. Adamala tried building a simpler version of the natural system, but then she decided not to mimic real cells at all. Don't mimic the real things. Biophysicists had found that if they stuck proteins on a membrane, they created pressure that made the membrane bend. Dr. Kate and her team created bubbles that could snag proteins floating around them. When a bubble collected enough proteins, its surface began bending inward until it popped in two. While the idea was simple, getting it to work in the lab required years of experiments. But once it works, says Dr. Adamala. That success prompted the team to try to build a synthetic cell in its entirety. The first step was to create a broth of molecules necessary for a cell to operate. The recipe ultimately included about 100 kinds of proteins and simple molecules required for crucial chemical reactions, such as making new proteins from genes. The researchers also provided their synthetic cells with genes borrowed from a virus and the ubiquitous microbe Escherichia or something like that, coli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Escherichia coli.
Escherichia coli? Yeah, you know that one?
Yeah, I usually get it as a backup for a shot. I get it's like a duck fart, but a backup chaser.
They picked 36 genes for basic jobs like copying DNA. After mixing these ingredients together into a soup, the scientists added the building blocks of membranes. They spontaneously joined together into bubbles, each engulfing some of the soup. Many of these bubbles ended up encasing the right mix of genes, proteins, and other molecules, and they started carrying out the chemical reactions seen in real cells. As the new cells floated in flasks, Dr. Kate and her colleagues added food. The cells slurped up small molecules through channels on their surfaces. The scientists also put in small bubbles loaded with proteins and other molecules that were too big to fit through the channels. By bumping and fusing into one of these bubbles, the cells could feed on the treats inside. As the cells fed, they grew, and in just a few hours, they were big enough to divide. The scientists added a special protein to the flask, which latched onto the surface of the cells and forced them to bend inward. Once the cells split in two, the pair of new cells kept growing. Now the spud cells grew, fed, and reproduced. As it turned out, the cells even had a rudimentary ability to evolve. Dr. Kate and her colleagues created a mutant version that bound more tightly to the snack-filled bubbles floating around it. To test it, they created a 50-50 mixture of original and mutant spud cells. The cells competed for 5 generations for food. Eventually, the mutants outnumbered the originals, suggesting that they were outcompeting the originals for food. That's the shake the ground accomplishment here, said Dr. Zia. Scientists will be able to put various synthetic cells in competition with one another and rapidly develop more sophisticated ones. What could go wrong? For all this evidence of life, spud cell still has some major shortcomings. Okay, let's get to that. For starters, it can't make the molecular factory that produces new proteins called a ribosome. The cells can carry all the genes they need to build ribosomes, but for some reason, the parts don't come together. For now, Dr. Kate and her colleagues have to feed ready-made ribosomes to the spud cells. This solution has an expiration date, though. Spud cells can keep making proteins through 5 to 10 generations before they fail as their ribosomes become defective. I don't want to say it dies, but it stops working, says Dr. Kate. When Dr. Kate showed spud cell to Dr. Indy last year, he was so awestruck that he decided to help her found Biotic, the nonprofit organization intended to create a community of spud cell researchers. I'm pouring my life's work into this, said Dr. Indy. One of the first tasks for Biotic will be to make it easier for other scientists to create spud cells. So let's just get everybody in on the party.
Why not?
Dr. Kate can create a fresh batch of them in her own lab in about a day. But that's only because she has freezers full of purified proteins and an intimate understanding of each step of a recipe. Biotic expects to offer scientists easier recipes and provide the required ingredients. Again, what could go wrong?
I could think of several things.
But Dr. Indy hopes that the open source tools will encourage scientists to collaborate on building new kinds of spud cells with more of the defining features of life, such as the ability to make their own ribosomes and to divide indefinitely. So you don't have to add anything.
Right.
They just keep going. It's completely doable, said Dr. Glass. Biotic researchers are already planning their first meeting in September in Philadelphia. High on their list of priorities will be formalizing plans to safeguard this area of research. For now, the synthetic cell can only survive a few generations on a special lab diet, but future versions may be more robust, raising the possibility that someone might someday use spud cells unethically. Perhaps even to make a weapon. Really, you don't say?
I was just thinking of the Hunan flu early on, buddy.
Dr. Indy argues that an open source research community will be better prepared to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, okay.
We can have these conversations now as opposed to waiting for somebody else to do it, and then we're just all reacting, he said. Dr. Indy likened spud cells to a biological version of the Wright Flyer, the crude plane, of course, the Wright brothers used to make the first sustained controlled flight in 1903. The Wright Flyer flying for 12 seconds doesn't get you a 737, Dr. Indy said. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, start somewhere.
Now, I just want to share that. I read that this morning and was like, you know, I'm fascinated by the latest, the cutting edge stuff, but more and more I'm like, how can I put this? The way the scientists and these scientific reporters at the New York Times describe life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where is your wonder and awe for the creator of life? Well, that's not necessary to what we're doing.
They're not.
But perhaps that's a big problem. You might mean well. Heck, and you might be able to discover some invention that does allow people to battle cancers and all sorts of other diseases. But, you know, I spend so much time now in the good book and in prayer and in the liturgy and so many other things that just the language that's used about ourselves, about our relation to God, about our relation to the world, and all that we do know as life, as creation. When I step out of that prayer and liturgy and scripture and into reading the New York Times about the latest scientific breakthrough, I'm struck by how lacking and austere and cold the way they go about this stuff, and how giddy they are at the unknown while admitting this could be used to make like a weapon or something.
Well,
but, you know, we need to keep doing the research anyway.
They're going to play dumb to that. Not surprised.
But if we open source it,
That
it'll
doesn't
all
make
work
it
out.
better.
And this is just
So
the
hard.
biology
Doesn't
side.
make it better.
Like the AI stuff is a whole other track that's doing this sort of thing.
I understand hey, the more people, the more hands on deck, the better. Also understand the more hands on deck, the more likely something's going to go south. The Hunan flu.
Yeah, just a bit. Hey, this part of the program?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Invista Advisors. And they're in Invista, Austin, Barenko, and that great team are ready to help you out with your money.
Oh, yeah, man.
Now, it could be you're looking for a great team that can help you manage that investment fund.
Okay.
Or your asset, and manage those assets.
Right.
And, of course, Austin runs a brokerage desk there. And, of course, you've heard Brant McDonald, the chief strategist at Invista, on these airways for
All the
years.
time.
And he's been spot on for years with Greg Budell. But, of course, they do more than just the investment side of the house. They can also set you up. They love to set up their clients with, well, financial plans, with strategies to actually have success wherever you are in life. It's not too early. It's not too late.
Right.
Could be you're more middle age. You got a lot of money tied up in a business, and you don't really have a plan for
no exit
retirement.
plan.
You have no sense of what am I going to do with this.
Yeah.
Could be you're just thinking about having kids.
They can surely help you with that, man.
Or you just had a kid. Maybe you need life insurance. Maybe you need to just set up a plan to make sure the kids can, you would say college fund, but who knows what's coming in the future. More just creating a plan where everything is buttoned up, that you know the kids at least have some track that you've put them on.
Sure.
And
Good
of course, buttoning up end of life things. Sad thing we asked Austin about the other day is, somebody leaves a widow, and the man who passes away used to do all the finances, and the widow has no idea what she's.
There's a lot of that
doing
out there. I've run into that. Yep.
Well, Vista Advisors can help with those sorts of things. So check them out today. You can always just call them up to start the conversation at 387-0094. That's 387-0094. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. 272-9228. It's 334-272-9228. But this will hit a quick break, come to some of these calls right after this.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of health care you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Boy, oh boy, the air conditioner and also pools are going to be your best friend over the next few days. Maybe a trip to the lake. Mostly sunny, very hot today with a high temperature up to about 96 and the heat index near the 105 danger range again. Lows at night don't cool off. We'll be in the upper 70s. And today, tomorrow, and Thursday, also Friday, and probably Saturday as well on the 4th of July. While the rain chances are not quite zero, they're very small. 20% or less just about every day. A little higher perhaps by Sunday. Highs each day in the middle 90s. Lows at night in the 70s. And of course, those triple-digit heat indices are here to stay for a while. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee. Plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
The River Region's News Talk Station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the program. It's 334-272-9228. Let's go to Richard. Hey, Richard, how you doing?
Hey, Joey, how are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
Listen, I've been listening to you talk about religion here for a little while. I want to ask you a question to see if you know the answer.
Okay, you're going to test me?
You know, the Messiah said that there are those that when they are born, that they immediately come forth speaking lies. Well, how is that possible? Well, let's see, when you're born, when you come out your mama, first thing you got to do is get you some air. You suck in a little air, and then you blow that little bit out by saying something. Then you suck in a whole bunch more, because now your next breath is the one you know is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say something else too. Now, here's the big question. What would the midwife say about what the baby said when it was born? Now, I'm not going to tell you this on the radio. You're going to have to call me yourself and ask me, and I will inform you, and I will educate you about stuff you ain't got any idea of. All right?
Sounds fascinating. Could be Christ also is talking about fallen angels.
No, we're talking about people being born wicked.
Mm-hmm. Like I think,
Wicked
like
people are
all
born
sons and daughters
wicked.
of Eve, aren't we marked by the fall?
Well, I don't know about the. Well, now Eve. Now there's a whole. No, you getting into something else. So here you go. Okay, Cain killed Abel,
Mm-hmm.
brother, and then the Almighty banished him, and then, damn, he ran away to the land of Nod.
Yep.
He got him a wife, and he built a city. Well, dang, who did he marry, and who in the hell lives in that city with him? I thought Adam and Eve were the first people on the earth.
Right.
There's something wrong with that picture. And I'll tell you a lot more if you're ever willing to call me, son. I need to help you some. I can see that you in deep doo-doo with all of your stuff, but I will help you. But anyway, so...
yeah, no, honestly, man, I don't like your tone.
I know you don't, but it don't matter. I'm all about knowledge.
Yeah.
And it ain't about attitude. And I don't care if everybody likes me or they don't like me. I will tell you the truth.
Oh, I appreciate the pride.
Well, you know, all this pride stuff is a downfall. You shouldn't be all proud of America and all that. You should just be thankful and be jealous of what the Almighty gave you, and don't let anybody destroy it. How about that? All me?
There we agree. We should be thankful and very grateful. Well, I appreciate the call, man.
Thanks, Richard.
Two 272-9228. It's 334-272-9228. Anyway, after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this interesting line that Michael Knowles put out there.
Okay, what you got?
Regarding the vice president. And he said the strongest proof of sincerity of the vice president's religious conversion is that no American politician in his right mind would ever convert to Catholicism for political reasons.
You being sarcastic?
No. Like, you want to win a bunch of votes, become a Catholic.
Well.
So why'd he do it? Is the question.
Okay.
Here's JD Vance answering that.
Okay. Then it's like, how do you become a Christian in this world? And there are all of these things that attracted me to Catholicism. So number one, I really liked the sense that it was institutionally stable. Okay. And again, going back to my unchurched upbringing, when things were going well in my religious life, it was very much attached to like a single individual, whether it was my grandmother or a pastor, and sometimes the pastors would come and go. I was really attracted to the idea that like in this church, the mass was more or less the same, whether you were on vacation in some faraway country or whether you were in suburban Cincinnati. But I also like doctrinally that, like things didn't change based on who the person giving the homily was. And that sense of stability, the idea that Christian doctrine was fundamentally founded on Jesus Christ and the church beyond that, that if it really is founded on Jesus Christ, it shouldn't change. Now, of course, it's going to have to apply itself to new circumstances. When Jesus Christ died and rose from the dead, we didn't have automobiles. We didn't have, modern narcotics. We didn't have a lot of the things that they were dealing with at the time. But the principle is fundamentally immovable. And then there's an open question about how you apply the principle to new things. And then the final thing I'd say is, and then we can, I'm sure, go into the details. I'm trying to summarize this very quickly because I know we only have an hour. But there is something about the connection between the past, the present, and the future that I really liked about the Catholic Church. This idea that you had your role to play, whether it was a big role or a small role in the life of the church. You were inheriting that from thousands of years of history, and you would eventually die and hopefully be rejoined with the Lord. And you would pass on that legacy to some other person who would then carry it on after you.
Right.
That continuity across the generations I found very, very attractive.
So that makes a lot of sense to me. And again, I highly recommend the Vice President's new book if you're the reading type. Read it over the weekend. It's a pretty quick read. And it's pretty good stuff. And he doesn't pretend to be a theologian by any means.
Yeah.
He's just
Puts his
being an
opinion
honest
out there.
guy. And yeah, I think the biggest change is he found a woman that he's deeply in love with. And recognizes the irony that even though she is not Christian, wanting to serve her and wanting to serve, in particular when he had his first son, wanting to build up a good man, and beyond just running away from his poverty, he really started to think about character and virtue and the deeper things in life. And that is what led him back to faith and ultimately to the Catholic Church. 272-9228. But you got to wonder, it's like, well, now is he going to just be a slave of the Pope and
Well,
stuff?
I kind of wondered. That's what I was just kind of wondering. Which way will he? And I hate saying it this way, but which way will it play into his politics? How's it? Because at the end of the day, he can be the greatest Christian in the world. That's great, but he's also a politician.
Well, it should play into the principle, which can be very guiding on certain issues. But here, for instance, last night was Laura Ingraham asking about, well, what about all those, you're a Catholic, and so is Laura. And like, what about like the leadership in the Catholic Church and stuff, all those liberals, which they are. Let's listen in the Vice President.
And the president have said about immigration is it's not just about the dignity of the immigrant. It's also about the dignity of the native-born factory worker who has their wages destroyed. It's about the dignity of the child who can be sex trafficked by a cartel member when you have open borders. And so what I tell the Catholic leadership I talk to who disagree with our immigration policies, I'm not hostile about it. I invite them to have the conversation, but I also encourage them to remember that mass migration has victims. And you can't just view things from the perspective of the illegal immigrant. You've also got to view things from the perspective of the native-born people who have their lives upended by mass migration. I think that argument will ultimately win the day, but I'm not afraid of the conversation. I think it's a good thing, and it's a good role for the church to play.
It is great to see you, Mr.
So that's him politely saying, yeah, we have a government to run here, and we have to make our own judgments. And there is one thing for religious authorities to inform your conscience, to inform faith and morals, to have good formation of understanding of the faith and the deep traditions of it and Scripture itself. But even the church itself says there's a thing, especially for people that run civil authorities, government, you have prudential judgment. And something, a kick I've been on for several months now. It's like we can criticize all day long. In fact, that's kind of what most of our politics is, just criticize each other. Right. And people, I think, have lost a sense of proportion of what if you're the one who's actually sitting in the chair? And you're not just the person who thinks it's great or thinks bad and you get to go home and, do whatever you do. You actually have to make the decision and the choice. And there's something to that. So it's going to be, again, interesting. A thread I'll continue to follow here, especially as this new generation of political leader. I heard it last night with Senator Britt. We played it yesterday with Josh Hawley. You're seeing it a lot. A new generation of political leader, especially on the right, is becoming more explicit in their faith.
I agree.
272-9228. This entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage, and they're at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon.
One of the greatest.
Yes, they make a great team. And I miss Madeline. We hadn't seen her in a second.
Well, you keep telling her don't come in just because I'm here. What's up with that?
She should be here next week.
I'm taking next week off.
You are?
No.
What? But of course, they can help you there at Alabama Home Mortgage, whether you're looking to buy a home, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. But maybe it's not your first time. Maybe you've done this before, but you kind of felt a little like you're getting
shafted.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it wasn't even like you were fully shafted, like fully screwed over. It's more like I feel like I didn't get the best experience.
Yeah.
Like I was just kind of a number.
Yep, that happens with a lot of them,
Especially with the
company
big
mortgages,
stuff. Yeah. Instead, go with a great local mortgage company like Alabama Home Mortgage, and they get to know you, your situation. They, of course, can get you pre-approved. You understand how much home you can finance and afford. Or maybe you're looking to refinance, and they can help you meet those goals. Like, here's the exact type of refinance you might want to do if you're trying to accomplish a particular thing.
Exactly.
And to a particular end. So check out Alabama Home Mortgage today. It's really as simple as calling them up, starting a conversation, letting them get to know you and what your goals are at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can always apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. They'll get in touch with you real quick after that, after you fill out that online application. Actually, it's a pretty quick way to get things done.
Mm-hmm.
You give them all the information, they get in touch with you.
Yep. Works pretty easy.
So check them out today because there is a difference in mortgage companies. Like Kim and Madeline proved that to you today about Alabama Home Mortgage. MLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. We'll be right back after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector. That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig? No, but it looks like you do. And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich? What's that? I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man. You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist? That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE. You know, I've heard a lot of the good things about David Ernest. You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience. Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold. That's right, man. And I can see that you don't have very much experience. What do you mean, man? Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach. Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and then kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich. Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first. You think he's got a shovel? Never know till you ask. I dig, man.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back. Just cruising through what already feels like a holiday week. But, you know, I was brought to my attention yesterday on the show. I was talking to some folks over breakfast about this, but I'm looking at a headline there by Caleb Taylor at 1819 News. Former Montgomery City Councilwoman Marsha Johnson sues City Council after ouster over residency. We'll have to get into more of the details there, exactly what they're suing about. But did you see that, Eddie?
Yeah.
That Marsha is suing the city of Montgomery, or the city council in particular.
Is it wrongful termination? I mean, what are we doing here?
I think that's somewhat what the idea is.
Can we turn around and flip the script on her and say you should have announced that you left the district, and since you didn't, we have to be forced to have this new election, which is going to cost a couple $1 million. If you wouldn't have lied, we wouldn't have had to do this. But it's the city of Montgomery's fault.
We'll get to that in a second. Let's go to Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
How you doing here, man?
Life is all right. It's all right. What's going on there today, Cohen?
Oh, man, just putting out some fires and helping people get some new appliances and some new audio and video.
Do you ever end up, Michael, like before holiday, 4th of July holiday, or maybe some other ones, they call it last minute, like my TV just went out, my stove just went out. I got to have one by the 4th.
You know, I think our worst holiday is probably Thanksgiving.
Ooh, yes. That makes sense.
Customers invariably the week before Thanksgiving or 2 days before Thanksgiving run self-clean. And sometimes that pops a fuse or something, and then they call us in a frantic because they can't have Thanksgiving. Nobody's going to be able to cook the turkey. And so it's much better to clean that oven after Thanksgiving. That way we can, get somebody out there the next week and get that fuse replaced or whatever.
Good idea, Michael.
So, but I think that's the biggest deal. Way back when we used to have an issue where customers would come in here and they'd say, you can get this TV installed, hooked up at my house before the Alabama game. I'll buy it. The game's at 11, and you knew you had to get it delivered on a Saturday, and it had to be first thing, and blah blah blah. But in today's world, everybody's got 18 TVs.
This is true.
You know what I mean? It's back then we had a 25-inch and or maybe a 27 was big.
Oh, wow, yeah.
People like you and Joey, y'all probably don't even know what that means.
Michael, I have a 32 in a guest bedroom, and I looked at it the other day, and I felt very pathetic that this is the biggest TV I have for a guest bedroom, 32 inches. I remember that was the widescreen.
Well, and I remember when the big ones, like, if you wanted a really big screen, it was this huge black box.
Oh, yes.
Took up a whole wall.
Yeah.
And when you moved, you left it there because you couldn't move it.
And you're watching NFL football in standard definition. You're like, this is great. This is huge.
We still have some customers that have a 40-inch Sony picture tube. It's upstairs in their house.
Yeah.
It weighs 300 pounds. Woo. And some of them have told us that we bought the house and the people said we could have it.
Yep.
And we can't get it down the stairs.
Michael, I've sold a house or two like that myself. So
just leave it there, put something in front of it.
That's right. Put a blanket over
You're
it.
Right.
Yep. So, it's always different for every customer.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have to get it out. Some people are happy to have it. I guess, everybody likes to reminisce every once in a while.
Right.
So, but there's a lot of cool stuff out there with all the different models of televisions and all the technologies.
Yeah, folks, if you haven't been TV shopping in a while or audio solutions or anything like that, you're going to be amazed at what's available. And the same is true of the appliance side. And of course, not only do they have great products there at Cohen's, and they're not going to be beat on price, they'll never, ever beat on service, including after the sale. So just get by there. It's 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturday still.
That's right. But now this Saturday's the 4th, so we're going to be closed. And on Friday, we're going to close at 5.
Oh, cool. Okay. Give the guys a break.
Cool. So everybody can get a little barbecue so that they can go home and start grilling.
There you go.
So, folks, get by there today. Okay? And stop by and be sure to tell them you heard Michael on the radio with Joey and Eddie.
Yeah, please let me know that you were listening to Joey.
I'll send my mom right over.
Yeah, we need it.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you,
Y'all
Michael.
have a great day.
Appreciate
You too,
it.
brother.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. Yeah, some days I just feel like nobody's listening.
There are days like that. That's usually when you find out later on everybody was listening.
Yeah.
You just, some words you can just drop and, thought you were safe that day? No, Joey. Everybody was listening that day.
Like yesterday?
What'd you do?
Where you kept talking about sexing up animals that attack you? Like you're Steve Irwin?
I'm just trying to give some advice to people. If you're in that, imagine that's happened to you and you go to your advice file in your head and there's nothing there. This way, at least there's something there to occupy their mind. Give them a minute to do some things before they see the end.
So, again, Montgomery City Councilwoman Marsha Johnson sued the city of Montgomery, and 8 other members of the council did this on Monday after her seat was recently vacated. Johnson is seeking compensatory damages, but will not seek reinstatement to the council, according to WSFA. The Montgomery City Council voted last week unanimously to vacate Johnson from her District 3 seat. The council also approved a resolution establishing a special election on September the 1st to fill the vacancy. The lawsuit is being heard by Montgomery County Circuit Judge Brooke Reed. According to WSFA, the initial complaint shows several documents listing Johnson's address within District 3. However, 1819 News reported recently that Johnson lives in a home in City Council District 7, not District 3, which she has represented since 2021. Johnson purchased the home in June of 2024 for $359,900 with a VA loan. She has also a property tax exemption listed on the home, which would indicate the home is her primary residence. By law, members of the Montgomery City Council must live in the district they represent. All of these documents list the above referenced address located within the district. This is a clear representation of Ms. Johnson's domicile and her subjective intent to remain. Although she has acquired another property, this does not change her previous domicile. Alabama law is clear that, quote, where facts are conflicting, the presumption is strongly in favor of an original or former domicile as against an acquired one, Johnson's attorney said in the filing. Ms. Johnson's acquisition of another residence does not constitute abandonment of her established domicile within District 3. Alabama law recognizes that an individual may own or occupy multiple properties while maintaining only one legal domicile. The relevant inquiry is not ownership of real property, but whether the prior domicile was abandoned and a new domicile acquired with the intent to remain there permanently. Ms. Johnson never surrendered possession of the property. She continues to pay taxes, maintain utilities, voter registration, driver's license, and reside within the district. Johnson's attorney continued, based upon the attached evidence in controlling Alabama authority, there is no factual or legal basis to conclude that Ms. Johnson abandoned her District 3 domicile or established a new domicile elsewhere. Accordingly, she remains fully qualified to serve as the elected representative of District 3. But wouldn't the fact that it was a VA mortgage and you have the property tax exemption undermine that argument?
Yes, Joey.
Yeah.
As well as common sense.
And I really don't even, I'm not a lawyer.
It's
and honestly, I probably do need some school.
This is what scares me. I would love to know that the city council and the city is going to laugh in her face, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. We've got some weak-kneed folks that just might settle. And if you think I'm wrong, look around, folks.
Anyway, we'll be right back.
From the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Iran says that a ship using a route that was not approved by that country has become grounded in the Strait of Hormuz. That announcement today on media stations in Tehran, apparently an effort to underscore the fact that Iran believes itself to actually control the strait, and that's something that is disputed by most international observers because they say that it has previously been considered an international waterway. A massive persistent heat dome is gripping the U.S., placing more than 120 million Americans under extreme heat alerts heading into the July 4th holiday weekend. Scorching temperatures and suffocating humidity sweeping across the central, mid-Atlantic, and eastern states, bringing daytime heat indices between 105 and 115 degrees. Things are mixed on Wall Street. The Dow right now up 32 points. This is SRN News.
Health insurance rates are surging in America, leaving millions without affordable options. If you're sick of having paychecks eaten up by healthcare costs or dealing with mega corporations, then listen to this. Christians don't need to waste money on a broken system. That's why I want to tell you about Christian Healthcare Ministries. It's an alternative to traditional health insurance at half the cost. With CHM, fellow believers contribute monthly to help pay each other's medical bills. There's no enrollment period, so you can join anytime. And you aren't restricted to provider networks, so you choose the doctors and hospitals you want. It's that simple. CHM is not insurance. It's a ministry that puts faith into action. Feel the difference of financial support and biblical care from fellow believers. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Victoryland. Victoryland Casinos, crowning $25K free play giveaway. The more you visit, the more chances you have to win. Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too.
Boy, oh boy, the air conditioner and also pools are going to be your best friend over the next few days. Maybe a trip to the lake. Mostly sunny, very hot today with a high temperature up to about 96 and the heat index near the 105 danger range again. Lows at night don't cool off. We'll be in the upper 70s. And today, tomorrow, and Thursday, also Friday, and probably Saturday as well on the 4th of July. While the rain chances are not quite zero, they're very small. 20% or less just about every day. A little higher perhaps by Sunday. Highs each day in the middle 90s. Lows at night in the 70s. And of course, those triple-digit heat indices are here to stay for a while. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? AFE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
1819 News.
Jackson Hospital in Montgomery will not be closing its doors today as previously predicted. The deadline of July 1st has now been extended by attorneys for that hospital as negotiations continue forward between the hospital administrators and Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama. WSFA News reports that hospital administrators became aware of new developments at the end of last week that require further review. All departments within the hospital are currently open for patients, including the emergency room. Jackson Hospital is currently suing Blue Cross Blue Shield, claiming that the insurance company has been withholding reimbursement funds of about $1.4 million. BCBS says that the allegations are false. City, county, and state leadership have also stepped in to help the hospital continue operations. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Are you enjoying 1819 News? If so, consider joining 1819 News as a member. As a nonprofit news organization, we depend on the support of Alabamians like you. Memberships start out as little as $5 a month, and you'll get access to exclusive content only offered to our members. You'll be supporting independent journalism done by people who cherish Alabama values. Become a member today by visiting 1819news.com and clicking Become a Member. That's 1819news.com and click Become a Member today.
Residents in Stockton voted on Tuesday night after they petitioned the city leadership for that opportunity. The vote was regarding citizens having a say in future developments within that community, and it also immediately places a 180-day moratorium on any new projects. The moratorium will not necessarily apply to a solar farm project where construction has already started on 2,500 acres of land in that area. The residents want a citizen-staffed advisory committee to be created that will engage in future evaluation of any further development of land in that area. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Did you know Epicure and Jack's Tavern is also a butcher shop?
Epicure and Jack's Tavern wet age premium cuts in-house and hand cut every steak themselves. That means you're eating the same quality beef restaurants brag about, because they are the ones cutting it. From ribeyes to fillets, this is craftsmanship you can taste. Epicure and Jack's Tavern, where the butcher and the steakhouse live under one roof.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Oh, wow. With the presidential motorcade for the opening of the Teddy Roosevelt Library, they had some Rough Rider reenactors there.
Yeah, they
Man,
do.
that's a different way of living.
Yeah, man.
Some beautiful horses, though.
You much of a horse guy, Joey?
Not really. I mean, I think they're
Horses is
incredible animals, but like...
you one of them guys that's intimidated by horses?
No, I wouldn't say that either. Now, I did see one, like, some, like, Russian, like, Eastern
With the
European...
big giant horses?
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
like, can pull tons.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, I would be intimidated. You
I
should
mean, makes the
rightfully be
Clydesdale
intimidated.
look small? Yeah, I've seen those horses, yeah.
Yeah, those are incredible beasts. But, no, like, horses you'd see around here, no. Like, I mean, I have some experience as a kid, so you kind of learn, like, you know, don't sneak up on them or something.
Okay.
But, like, they're usually pretty great loving animals. Like, feed them.
I've had a couple horses that I've dealt with that are butthole horses, but everybody's told me they're
Yeah, they get the
personality. This one's a butthole, so just know. And sure enough, you're like, I thought all horses were cool. No, not the case.
Now let's go to Simpler Days. Hey, Simpler Days, how you doing?
Pretty good. Those horses, Eddie, probably were related to a jackass. Those Democrats, so they'll kick you every time, man, if you get behind them.
You're right.
Hey, Joey, I think we can get a betting line.
Yeah.
A very, very good betting line that the city of Montgomery is going to write that councilwoman a check to make her go away.
That's what I feel too, man. I just feel that.
Progress.
Especially if she's got black and whites, especially if she knows somebody's, the discussion was prior to the cat getting out of the bag, or she can produce witnesses that say they knew what she was doing. So, but anyway, I think they ought to turn the hat. I think some good citizen that had their liquor license denied by a vote.
There you go.
Or some other, and say, wait a minute, she was not a legal council person. So I think we need a redo.
Not a bad idea.
We could settle that too.
Yeah, do a class action
Yep.
against her. Y'all have a good weekend.
You too, man.
Simpler Days. It's just a mess.
It just sounds funny, but I'm getting old. The audacity of her to sue.
You do seem like this one's bugging you.
It really does, man. I mean, there are wrongful termination stuff. I get it. Been part of it, the whole 9 yards. This ain't one of them. This is sour grape.
Also, what it's unanimous, and a lot of the mentalities, like I think they waited 2-3 weeks. They're kind of like, what's going on here?
Not only that, if she is right, which I don't think she is, show me your documents. In 5 minutes, we can tell.
They did. That's what they introduced.
Right, but
in front of the
they got
judge.
2 lawyers arguing over who's telling the truth. Put the documents on a piece of paper today for the internet to see, and this will go away. But if we drag it out, well, that's more money. That's more money.
No, it seems like the argument is she never abandoned the other domicile.
Okay.
But it does, okay, do you have to declare I abandoned this, or
No. You have to declare that this VA home that you are living in and you get a VA loan for is your primary residence.
Oh.
Anything short of that is mortgage fraud.
Huh.
So, again, challenge her. Don't write the check.
Yeah, but we don't want the heat.
I'm tired of people like this. They're getting over on folks. And then they're going to act like it's my fault?
Right.
Come on. Have some class. Which I know that's a lot to ask for.
Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Hola.
Hey, Eric.
How y'all doing?
All right. How you doing, bro?
Well, I didn't know we had immigrants running in city council. That's kind of weird.
Well, we pretty much do, and it's going to be happening for a while now. So.
Buenos tardes to you, too.
Mm-hmm.
Buenos tardes. La frontera es malo por ustedes.
Okay, I don't know if you got to hit the dump button with any of that.
No, I didn't. Strangely enough, usually you should, but I didn't that time. Speaking of the dump button, the water park, old Katie Swift's boyfriend. I mean, what's her name? I forgot.
Big
Brett.
Wesley.
Yeah,
Big Wesley.
Her hubby.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't help but thinking if you gave him an ascot, Joey, for him to put on top of that life vest, and you got a picture of him coming down them white waters, it'd be on. Get him an ascot and a pipe. We're in there. You have to beat him off.
I think y'all are big talkers right now. Because I saw the man yesterday, and he gave a great pump-up speech to introduce his wife, and
okay, that don't mean he ain't a man's man.
Hanging out there with his son, and you're sitting there going, "I want you to put on a life vest with an ascot."
Okay, so what we got to do is we got to get Katie to tell him. Is that what you're telling us?
No,
yes,
no, not, that's
kind of what I'm feeling.
That's what I heard.
Put words in my mouth, Eddie Bader.
That's what I heard.
You don't think the guy likes to have a good time? That's a good time. He can poke fun at himself.
I know.
What if he got
right after she got elected and he got he took a job as a what he's doing now? What do you call that?
A lobbyist.
Lobbyist. Remember how we talked about? We'll see where this goes.
Fine Getty, yeah.
We're still watching.
Well, now he's got the new gig at the big investment development crew. Old buddies.
Yeah.
He's old buddies with Mr. Cox from the University of Alabama.
Helps to have friends.
Yes, it does.
Well, I did college all wrong. I have to admit. I didn't know you could do stuff like that. Just make all those friends.
Yeah.
Instead,
I was like, nah.
Joe,
married to a powerful woman?
You remember when you said if you was going to run for office, your motto was going to be sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
Oh, boy, that's had to change, huh?
Or sex, drugs, and money.
All right, sex, drugs, and money. Same difference.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to put you up for the city council seat.
We already got some folks.
We know Montgomery. We know Montgomery needs a new mayor. Yeah, I guess one radio host per race is enough. We'll put you up for mayor, Joey.
No thanks. No thanks, dude.
y'all. I know Eddie is. What y'all doing this weekend? Y'all gonna be at the lake?
Yeah, I'll be out there with all the amateurs.
Well, I might come out and see you, Eddie.
Come on, man.
So I can use my superpower.
Come on, I've got what you need there.
Yeah, you know what my superpower is, Joey?
What?
Making beer disappear.
I make beer disappear.
Right. We're having a superpower meetup.
No, I'm pretty good at it.
See, folks, this is the brain trust of your next mayor.
Yeah,
now, Joey, what you gotta do? I'll come down there and teach you the Bible, Joey. Don't you worry about it. I know you ain't been to Catholic school or nothing, but I'll be right down there, teach you some stuff you ain't heard, you ain't know yet. My Bible has an aluminum foil cover, so I don't know what your problem is or which one you've been studying out of, but I got you.
No comment.
You're a wise man, Joey. Unlike me, which is why you where you are, and I'm out here blistering my posterior in the sun.
He's in an air-conditioned building, and you're doing a little sweating right now.
You know, you doing that job, isn't it? Do you find it humorous when you see all these news reports from people at air-conditioned offices? They write up these press releases. Be safe, you might die from heat stroke, and you're like, yeah, we know,
right? Go to your boss and say, hey, I might die from heat stroke.
Getting dizzy.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, you remember that? That was called a Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
The best was...
Oh, boss lady. Go ahead.
Well, at Hyundai, whenever it get hot like this, not to knock them, they were trying, but they would come around and you'd have your executives pass out bottles of water to your guys on the line. So they had to come out of their office where it's nice and cool and, sweat the line for a minute. I couldn't tell you how many people wanted to take that bottle of water and just sling it, but they didn't. They didn't.
Water enemies are a thing.
This is true. You don't believe me? Go tubing.
Back on the whitewater trip, I see.
Yep.
You know. All right, y'all. I don't have anything constructive to add. I just missed calling y'all yesterday, and Eddie set up that picture poster moment. Hey, Eddie has another fantastic idea for a poster for you, Joey. I think I sent it to you. No, I did. You should revisit that. We could do that.
Yeah,
with,
no, thank you. The
with
thing that was on the bathroom stall. My God.
What are you talking about?
No, like you're gonna have a little button on there, and you push it, and I start singing "El Dia que me quieras." Like, yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, Taco Bell.
Oh, good Lord.
All right, fellas.
See you, dog.
Adios. Tengo un buen día. Mucho cuidado en el caliente, güey. Adios.
Happy July 4th to you too.
You understood that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I did eat Taco Bell for lunch today.
Yeah, you're just guessing?
By tone. I operate by tone.
Go to line 2. You're on there. Who's this?
Taco burrito. Hello.
Hey, Sam.
What up, El Samuel?
I'm here in Montgomery monkeying around, and I'll probably be here for a little while. We're just going to casually just grill out. We have a good grill here, you know, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Family time. So that's what did I call? Oh, Joey has been mentioning the mayor quite a bit lately.
Yeah, he knows that.
We have a mayor?
Yeah. Well, no, hold on now. That's a good question. Where is the mayor? You know, he likes to travel and whatnot, and has traveled.
Got to go promote the city.
Yeah, and you know, he's spent quite a bit of time in the Midwest, and that's where I was going with this. You may notice that around Michigan now they have not just regular gonorrhea. There's this super gonorrhea.
Super gonorrhea.
Super gonorrhea, man. Oh, yes, I'm not making this up at all. It's out in Michigan and whatnot, and it's spreading rapidly.
What makes it super?
With a small, well, you rot quicker.
Oh,
hey, Joey,
my.
Joey, Air Force. Ask the Air Force, man. Any that have ever been to the Philippines. All my buddies that went out there, the black clap is what they called it. And it's just regular gonorrhea, but it's worse. And it stops the blood flow and everything, you know, turns color. It's bad. But, yeah, well, it's worse than that, is what they're saying. I'm not even joking about this. The super gonorrhea. Now, I'm pretty sure the mayor is not going to have any trouble with that. But I don't trust his entourage. I could just see him bringing that back to Montgomery, and I think it would just naturally spread here.
My God,
the super class.
That's a bit much.
Yeah,
just a little.
I worry about that traveling. I'm just saying, I worry about the traveling.
I'm sure he wears a mask.
Yeah. You know, in my mind, that sounded pretty good. Sounded like some fun, but I'm tired, Joey. I'm tired. I'm trying to change up my sleep schedule.
As much as I think Montgomery needs a new mayor, I don't think accusing an entourage of bringing venereal disease back to the city is very appropriate.
Okay. I know. That's me.
Sam is a military guy. He knows how it is. So.
What did you call it? The clap?
It's called natural.
Super something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Super gonorrhea.
No, I just looked it up. Apparently, gonorrhea bacteria can mutate efficiently over time. These strains have developed resistance to multiple classes of antibiotics, including penicillin, tetracycline, and azithromycin, and several others.
It started in the Somali community and is spreading outward. So, surprise. What else? Oh, my goodness. I have completely... Hey, thank you for taking my call.
See you, Sammy.
Actually, I think Montgomery does have a pretty high rate of gonorrhea.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Nobody's getting laid around here.
The last time I saw stats, we have a pretty high STD rate.
Were you down at the free clinic getting some shots or something?
No.
Catching up on your vaccines?
By the way, we have breaking news from WAKA 8 Action News. Man's body found in Macon County.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all the local news now is like, body found. Man shot. And come on down. We're celebrating the 4th of July at the...
Come on to the gump, baby.
No, it really is a mix of like wholesome small town press releases. And by the way, we found another dead body. It's quite
what we've become. I hate it. It's what we really have become here. And it's not just, we'll tell you in Montgomery, it's just in the states in general, man. We've lost our sense of what life really is valued at. It's just nothing.
Yeah. I think you're underestimating the past.
I'm
Like the
living-
amount of stuff people got away with in the past that we never even heard about, including, and then all the stuff that is documented and talked about. People were pretty crazy, man. We don't have a lot of
They
respect
didn't
for
have the
life
internet.
because we're, all fallen and depraved.
We got the internet now. You can look up how to dispose of bodies a lot easier.
Oh, I know.
Nitrous oxide.
I mean, I know abstractly. I don't know. I never
saying.
Googled that personally.
I'm
I
just
never had
saying.
need of it.
Put it in a tote. Put it in the U.S. mail. They'll lose it.
No, but think about just like a few decades ago what the mob was getting away with. And then technology is like, and I'm sure they're getting away with stuff now.
Yeah, but it's funny as far as technology has come. It's just like in our U.S. military, like when we were fighting some of the wars we fought, we're fighting such a basic fight that our weapons, our technology is just way more than they could even begin to deal with. So we have to kind of bring it back down to putting man in boots and boots on the ground. I would think that's the same with the mob and how they're doing things. Right now you guys are on computers. Guess what? We're on Post-it notes.
But I do love the fact that because of Sam's call, it's now in my Google history that I typed in super gonorrhea. Thank you, Sam. I'm now going to get all sorts of
let me know the
new
medications.
advertisements.
Yeah, get me know the medications that come out for that.
In fact, I wonder if I keep saying the word gonorrhea enough, gonorrhea, if it's going to start to show up in other people's feeds that are listening to the show.
Oh, Joey, yes. You're
All right.
populating other people's phones.
All right.
But
But apparently it is superbug.
Well, common sense tells you how not to do that. So.
Yeah. That's just gross, man.
Sex is not gross.
No, but that sort of thing is pretty gross. Like hooking up with somebody for a moment of pleasure and the next day you got this burning sensation, and I'm not talking about love in your heart.
Okay, what if you don't have the burning sensation? It's not so gross? Just two ships passing in the night?
No, it is gross.
Okay.
As well. Unless you're being romantic or something like that.
Playing Frank Sinatra?
Montgomery, this is from 2024, so maybe the numbers have gotten better, or maybe they've gotten worse. Montgomery has the 7th highest rate of sexually transmitted disease in the country.
I got a feeling we haven't gone away from that.
Study was conducted based on the latest data published by the CDC, and it found that the city has 1,323 STD cases for every 100,000 residents. So that's about, 2,000, 3,000 folks.
Expand that to the Tri-County area. I wonder what you got.
That number, you better believe it. They shouldn't just focus on Montgomery.
I
Just the
agree. In this
whole
particular one,
Ritter
this is a
region.
Tri-County issue.
Especially some of y'all in rural parts, you
Just
still
saying.
don't have satellite TV, let alone dial-up, so what else are you going to do?
We got sheep. We don't need that.
That's just rude. Pump the brakes on that. Sheep. The number is higher, this is again of 2024, the number is higher in Montgomery than it is for San Francisco, Detroit, and Little Rock, Arkansas, and Washington, D.C. There were 3,252 reported cases of chlamydia.
Good Lord.
80 reported cases of syphilis, 64 reported cases of HIV, and 1,571 reported, by the way, all this is reported.
Self-reported, right?
Reported cases of gonorrhea.
Self-reported, right?
Yeah, self-reported.
So 50% of it's live?
Or maybe you go to a clinic or you go to the Walgreens and
They
you're like, I need a
check a box.
test, and they check a box or something and report that.
Had a guy come in and ask for a test.
But yeah, no, I thought gonorrhea was a big one, but it's actually chlamydia that's the most popular. I wonder if that's a super bug too.
You hear that, Junior?
What?
Nothing.
Teddy Roosevelt Library dedication is underway. Got the Rough Rider reenactor standing behind the president, who's now walking up live to give a speech.
Are they really reenactors? Come on, tell me there's some legitimacy to them. They look like Rough Riders.
Oh no, I'm saying the reenactor.
Okay, but they're
In the sense
real.
of, like they really do live the
Yeah,
life.
that's what I thought.
And to show folks, like
Because
for
they sure look
historical
like it.
reasons.
I mean, look
Oh
at
yeah,
them.
no, it's legit. They were riding on horses with the motorcade, and it didn't look like it was their first time on horseback.
Well, they're actors.
Have you been to the American Village, where you have full in character reenactors?
No, I know my sister went to the one in Virginia, whatever that was. And she told me I would have got thrown out of there pretty quickly.
Now, in high school, I think my sophomore year, I won like a speech contest. And like then I lost at the state level, but won like the regional local thing.
That's cool.
And, you know, and I deserved to lose. My performance was a great at the state level. But I still got to go to their like award dinner thing. And it was held at the Officers Club over there at Maxwell.
Yeah.
And at our table was a reenactor of Patrick Henry.
Really?
Yeah, and he did not break character.
That's what I was wondering. So even there at the
Fully
dinner,
committed to the bit. Even when he was asked weird modern questions, he always was able to twist it like, I don't understand what you're saying. But had jokes, like a lot of jokes about Ben Franklin having gonorrhea. He didn't say it in those words, but he was probably right. Yeah, no, and they still do that, the American Village, and it's really cool. I mean, and talk about they're in all that wool in the heat of summer, and like I guess you get used to it.
And okay, the women, you know, they got that big old dress on. The heat.
How much did people stink back in the day?
I think that's why they wore so much.
People still stink today.
Oh yeah, but that's why they wore so much clothes to kind of hold that smell in.
Yeah, you hold the stink in.
Gosh,
that's why the Arabs wear so much cologne.
They do that. Yeah, we used to have to tell some Germans at Hyundai that deodorant, not cologne, deodorant.
Really?
There's a difference.
No, in my day, it was Axe body spray in the football locker room.
Sorry, I saw something in my bathroom the other day. I had to spray
awful. No, that is one of the worst mixes of smells. Like right after a football game. So you've got that weird mix of grass and body odor and mud and dirt.
Let's add some Axe to it.
Yeah, and just and don't take a shower.
No,
just
no.
That is the most rank. No, man, it kind of has the sense of oud wood.
The bus rides were the worst. They're just
after a away game.
Yes.
Yep. A lot of stank.
Yeah.
Already at a young age, you knew we were growing up in Alabama, even over at Montgomery Catholic, where you got like a few of the guys just going, like just spitting into that little bottle that's 17. Just that Copenhagen.
There was a girl, I won't say her last name. Her name was Michelle. Very beautiful young woman when we were in 7th grade. She was a dipper.
Oh, a girl was a dipper?
And she was knockout gorgeous 7th grader. And I remember a lot of guys that turned off for her, but you know, I'm from Island Garden. I was like, shh, got to keep my eye on that one. No, I took my eye off of it.
Good. Good. I was just leaving a little pregnant pause there. Make sure you didn't actually fall through with the girl who had a bit of what did she spring
Copenhagen,
for?
Dude. Copenhagen.
Woo.
Started with Skull, but I remember seeing Copenhagen.
Skull.
Oof. Okay.
What you putting in Skull?
And not the bandits like you guys had. We had real dip.
I think I started with Chew,
and
then it went to Skull.
You start with Big League Chew?
No, with Red Man Golden Blue.
Oh boy.
Yeah, put a big old wad in there.
Oh, Joey, it's so nasty.
Yeah, it is.
Especially on a hot summer day. Oh,
yeah. No, that's why I stopped, by the way. I got locked out of my house. I was coming back from college in County Downs, and I couldn't get into the house, and I didn't have water on me, and I had been in too long, and it's like, well, I guess I'm going to blow chunks.
Okay, Joey.
And and I literally have not had a chew since. It kind of got me over it. It was too much.
Over there in County Downs, those fancy houses over there, didn't y'all have outside spigots? With the water hose, perhaps, so you could get a little water out of that. Was that just Joey being Joey? Was outside water like a no? I'd rather throw up than have a little hose water.
No, it was more like it happened really fast.
Oh, okay.
And my attempt was to get in the house, like go to the one side
You
garage
got rejected
door,
immediately.
go to the front door, go to the back door, and it's like none of them are open. And now here's the moment, and you will
That's
never
so miserable.
chew again.
Yeah, that
but
is
then
a
I
miserable moment.
kept dipping and stuff.
Yeah. You ever do the plugs, like the Red Man plug and that?
And then it went to the pouches. It goes from Copenhagen to Grizzly, then the pouches, the wintergreen pouches. Remember those bad boys?
Yeah.
And then they had the more fancy ones that you could keep in longer, snooze and other things.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. But I also remember when we started, you had, I think it was Hawkins. That's what all of us started on. And it was like a sweeter skull, I guess you'd say. It was
you just put in a horseshoe and just...
Yep. Go at it like you knew what you was doing. Meanwhile, you're over there going, God, get sick. I'm about to get sick.
Man, a gal that would put fiberglass in her mouth. What
Dude.
else she do?
And she was smart. We sat in, we were in Mr. McLean's class. He was a jerk for a teacher. And he would set you up on, not alphabetically, he would set you up on how good you did in class.
Oh, true ranking system.
Guess where Eddie sat?
Back?
With 3 desks between me and the person in front of me.
Now, were you dumb or
No,
were you just, it wasn't a dumb thing. It was more like, I don't want to do that. You were a boy.
Looking back, I was a terrible student. But I just wasn't challenged. The challenge I found was not in school. It was
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, because you ain't dumb.
Nah, but I play a good one on TV.
Anyway, 272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. Let's hit another break.
Let's break, bro.
We'll be right back after this.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a political activist.
That's right, man.
And could you please explain to us your red cap with the letters MMRGA?
Yeah, man, this is my MARGA hat.
MARGA?
Yeah, man, that stands for Make My Retirement Great Again.
I see.
And to do that, what you need to do is call David Ernest,
the asset preservationist.
That's right, man. You can call David at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE.
And I understand that's a toll-free number.
Yeah, man. Get David Ernest on the case, and your retirement will be great again.
And you make these hats?
I do. Here's a whole pile left from the last administration.
And they say CPWABD.
Yeah, man. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
And as you said, there's a whole pile here.
Well, there wasn't much demand.
I can dig it.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Our front paws, hands or feet.
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
You can't control interest rates. You can't control housing inventory. And you definitely can't control what the national news decides to panic about this week. But here's what you can control. You control your timing. You decide when it's the right time to buy, when it makes sense to refinance, and when to tap into your equity to renovate, invest, or consolidate debt and free up monthly cash flow. Real estate decisions aren't one size fits all, and they shouldn't be driven by headlines or social media noise. They should be based on your goals, your finances, and your life. The smartest moves happen when you focus on what you can control and work with someone who helps you see the full picture. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
We get a lot of questions about what all we handle at Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. I'm Hannah Grantham.
And I'm Eddie Bader, and we will handle all of your real estate needs.
We handle all your buying and selling needs, from your first home, next home, land, investment property, and even commercial properties.
We do it all and have the experience that shows you what makes us different.
So when you think real estate, think Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. Look us up on Facebook or give us a call at 334-368-6358. And let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
Hello, this is David Ernest with Ernest Financial. And just like Ernest Financial makes lots of money for our clients, Blue Water has helped us make lots of money for our company. You cannot go wrong with advertising with Blue Water Broadcasting.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Rain chances are rather small, but not zero. Generally 20% or less, and I think that'll continue on Thursday, Friday, and probably 4th of July, Saturday as well. The nights don't cool off much. They're in the upper 70s. Daytime highs in the middle 90s. Triple-digit heat indices close to the danger range, and very little day-to-day change right on through the holiday weekend. I think afternoon storms could be a little bit more numerous, perhaps, by Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Now, let's go to something real important.
All right,
the Alabama Tourism Department is defending itself.
Oh, boy.
What are they defending? Well, right now, the Great American State Fair is going on.
I saw the display. Embarrassing.
It was, so you agree.
Embarrassing. We got a piece of cardboard boxes up there that with some basically wrapping paper that say Alabama on it a couple of times. No, that's embarrassing. We have so much more to offer than that crap. But other states have done the same thing. I've seen other states.
Right. State Representative Craig Lipscomb from Gadsden said recently he had heard from constituents that Alabama's display was the weakest of all the states and that Alabama is missing an opportunity to tell its story.
Very much so.
The display in Washington, D.C. is, of course, part of America's 250th birthday celebration, including all states and territories. Brooklyn Lundy, a spokeswoman for the Alabama Tourism Department, told 1819 News on Wednesday, just today. Right?
Okay.
Quote, "We have not received any complaints. In fact, we have had nothing but glowing reviews about our booth
That's a load of
at
crap.
the Freedom 250 event in Washington, D.C., saying it is one of the busiest booths at the event." Why did Brooklyn Lundy have to put out this response or statement?
CYOA,
Because there are
Joey.
people complaining.
CYOA. Cover
But
your
we
whole-
haven't heard any complaints.
Oh, it's awful. I want to say I saw a news story on it, and they were showing different ones that were subpar. And yeah, Alabama's was right there. It just looked like a kiosk you walk by in the mall that you're not going to pay attention to. Yeah, kind of embarrassing.
At Sweet Home Alabama, we did not and do not look at this event like we're in competition with other states.
No, you're already out.
But merely showcasing what our state has to offer during the 250th year of America, Lundy said. The Alabama Tourism Department launched the Year of Alabama Trails for our annual Year of campaign. This campaign is acknowledged at our booth with the South's finest trail mix giveaways, which includes peanuts, pecans, dried cranberries, and golden raisins, all sourced from Alabama. Wait. Our website provides broad and niche trails perfect for every traveler to follow while visiting our state. We also have a trail of 250 uniquely Alabama sites to visit. Wait, her selling point is that they have a trail mix giveaway? They're giving people trail mix?
Welcome to 1995, Joey, where trail mix was a hit.
I haven't had trail mix since I was a child, and my mother forced me to eat it.
Alabama has one of the most unique geographical regions, period. From the mountains to the ocean. We have a ski slope, and we've got hellacious beaches.
We got ski slopes?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Yes, we have one. We have Huntsville, the Rocket Center. Any of that on there?
I don't know. I haven't even looked at it.
You're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
You're going to be disappointed. And I'm sure I didn't see the whole thing, but it looked pretty pathetic. They kind of mailed it in. Somebody mailed it in.
But I do love that they're responding saying we've not gotten any complaints. But the whole reason you're responding is you got complaints.
Okay, let's say you and I touring the booth, Joey. Ooh, Joey, look at this crap booth. I wonder who we complain to. Or we just go, ha ha, what a poor, pathetic state, and move on.
Hold on. Of course, it's got like the music going here. Let me mute this.
Okay.
So we can actually share it on the stream.
All right.
And actually watch this together. Let's see just from the video here. Saying, welcome to Sweet Home, Alabama. Turn it up. You can get your little trail mix thing. Hey, there's a cardboard cutout of Kay Ivey. That's not too bad, Sugar.
That's better than her having to be there. You impressed, Joey?
Not really.
Okay.
It looked like that one chick working the booth was cute, though.
Yeah, everybody's got to have a job. I just think we could have done better. And I don't want to know what we paid. God knows what we could have paid probably for this.
Yeah, it's not that spectacular by any means.
And
but apparently a lot of the other booths are just like that.
Yeah, they should be fired too. If your job is to sell something and you just said that I don't feel we're in competition with other, then you know what? You're out, loser. The whole reason you're here is to make my reason Alabama is better than the other states. Not that we're all just friends together.
How about this?
What?
You have a wienerisserie, as Greg Budell calls it.
Okay. With Conecuh?
With Conecuh. All different, like you have stopped off the interstate.
Yeah.
Where is that, Greenville?
Yeah, pretty much in between Greenville and Port Deposit.
Like you have stopped off the interstate, off I-65, and you're at the Conecuh shop itself. You just get a few of those wienerisseries. You got the regular Conecuh, you got the spicy Conecuh.
Okay.
You even got the hickory Conecuh.
Yeah, you do.
And you have little buns, a whole bun station, and all sorts of things to dress it up. I just do mustard. It's perfect with
I
sausage.
love the mustard on there.
It's just perfect
I'll
with
go with
sausage.
some sauerkraut too.
Kraut actually is pretty good on especially like a spicy Conecuh dog.
Yeah. But why couldn't we get behind that? What? Your job is to sell Alabama. What are you selling?
But instead we went with trail mix.
Hey, you ever been to had the famous Alabama trail mix, Joey? Neither have I. I usually just buy the stuff that says trail mix.
I mean, peanuts are good. We make some pretty good peanuts.
Boiled peanuts.
Pecans are pretty good.
Boomer T, I like his boiled peanuts, but
dried cranberries.
I didn't know we were the cranberry state.
Golden raisins.
I really didn't know we were a raisin place. You know, but Sound of Conecuh is a lot better than any of that.
Let's go to line one.
Plus we got seafood.
Yeah.
Just missed it.
When you could have had Mimo holding a big old jug of that Conecuh Ridge whiskey.
Yes, exactly.
And if they could prove that was 3 white and 21, they could get them a shot. That would have livened things up.
Certainly.
Yeah, that'd be the most popular booth at the fair.
Right.
You have some trail mix inside of this damn Steele's Crossroads moonshine.
Oh, but
making that in Pike County for cheese. I remember when they were paying the sheriff down there to leave them alone.
no, that could be part of the theme. You pay off the sheriff the bribe, and then you get your shot.
Oh no, they were cooking it with propane because when they were doing it with wood, they could track them down with smoke.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Shoot, I'd love to go to South Alabama if you could get whiskey and Steele's Crossroads. They grew enough pot down there. Ain't no telling. So I had access to contraband. Matter of fact, University of South Alabama took a whole lot of cash money, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
But I think the statute of limits is still standing up. I don't correct the BLM is tore it down and drug it under the heel, so I'll be safe, right?
I think you'll be all right.
You're all right. I think you're good.
Hey, Eddie, you need to take the pontoon and get on the river and go see the Delta. Y'all mentioned everything but.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
You can spend days. I wouldn't recommend it at 100-degree heat.
You're right.
you could, they have canoe trails that leave Chattanooga, Tennessee that wind up at Dauphin Island.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be amazing,
That's
wouldn't
real
it?
cool.
That'd be so cool.
I drove a pontoon boat. I took a bunch of boys. We left Montgomery and went to Mobile Bay, but I took the pontoon boat. I'm not opposed to an internal combustion engine. I didn't want to paddle 125
Thank you.
miles.
It's much more convenient with the pontoon boat. Let's be honest.
You know, they have to let you through the lock.
That's the fun part.
If you could be a ship, a boat, or a canoe, and they have to open and
Open it up for you. You got to call them and let them know you're coming.
Yeah, they will mess with you, especially there in Camden. That folks don't want to.
That's
spill
what
some of
everybody
that
complains about in Camden. They complain about that one lock constantly. What's the deal?
They won't open it. You wait days. You wait days, and this is the state.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But the conservation department is putting up motels on the beach.
Yep.
They're putting up cabins on the lake. You won't talk with the ADM. Can't eat a fish out of any body of water in the damn state. So why don't ADM call conservation and say, hey, that company is putting forever chemicals in our water. Stop them. Yeah, too much money in that.
Thank you.
I'm starting to think like Scott Beeson. It scares me. I was under a lot of stress, and that was the first prescription was get off talk radio.
There you go.
Just shut it down.
There you go.
Well, I already like your idea for the booth better.
Me too.
But
me too.
You know, the folks at the
Me
tourism
in a
department.
mini skirt pouring out some whiskey. How about that?
Yeah, yeah.
That'll work.
Like Auburn University Beauty Queen K. How about that?
There's so many things. The honeybees.
You've got a thing for the honeybees.
Why not? Why not?
Anyway.
All right. Well, I appreciate the call, but I'm glad it wasn't just me that's kind of disappointed in the booth. I hope these
Need
people
to
kind of double
get
down.
up there the next time you see her, Joey.
All right, later. Too. Yeah, that's it is a little disappointing. After seeing that video, I'm like, what? Really?
Just you have that
That's all right.
opportunity, but you could have done more, man. It really looks like you mailed it in. Really looks like you mailed it in.
Well, it just shows like who works in government.
Yeah. I
And it's
guarantee
not
it's
bad. It's just like it's a different culture.
job security.
No, you got some folks that like want to talk about Shine and Conecuh, and then you
Okay.
got other folks like have some trail mix and come walk our beautiful trails.
What do you think the look on those people's face that brought the trail mix up would be if we said, hey, we ought to do shots in Conecuh? What would the look on their face be, Joe?
Why can't we do both?
No, I kind of feel like they would.
Yeah, it'd
turn
be
to
like
that.
a choose your adventure at the
Yeah.
Alabama booth.
Oh, no. We could do a if or.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have this? Would you rather have that?
Mm-hmm.
I got a feeling the liquor and the Conecuh would win all day.
Anyway, Trump's still speaking in front of the Rough Rider reenactors.
Were those the guys that got in trouble for whipping the immigrants?
No, that was the Border Patrol, and they weren't even whipping them; they were whipping their horses to move faster.
Still, you shouldn't have implied even the whipping. It's political correctness nowadays. You don't even.
How
bring
else
that
are you
up.
going to move a horse?
A carrot? Incentive?
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hi, this is Betty.
Hey, Betty. How are you?
Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good. I'm a little tired today. Too much heat last night.
Yeah, all this heat and stuff. I want to comment on the trail mix. Are they trying to say, don't come to Alabama, get a bag of nuts and keep on going? Second thing. That's the first thing that hit my mind.
You're right. I mean, come on.
What'd you get from the Alabama booth, honey? Peanuts, pecans, dried cranberries, and golden raisins. And they told me, here's a brochure.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Second thing.
I love that. Well, it's not the worst idea.
Second thing. No, second idea is if anybody were having trouble with, I'm fairly new, year and a half in this state. So if anybody's having issues with a politician or a person in office, they need to check and see if they did a oath of office. If they've not done an oath of office, you can yank their butts out. Anyway.
I like that.
Interesting. I like that.
Like a proper
Me
oath.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't tell you about, right?
No, not that I know of.
Where'd you come from, Betty?
Okay, so Orlando.
Oh, nice.
That's gonna go
I
with
got an
Ohio.
uncle down there.
Yeah, it's getting a little rough down there. So
Is
I
it,
thought,
is
well,
it getting
come up
crowded
and I'm
down
like,
there as well as everything else? Is the crowds kind of getting thick?
Yeah, it's not the Orlando I moved into. I never thought I would leave Florida, but situations come, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, here I am.
There you go.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
Well, it's great
Big
to have
move.
you. I already love you from just your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, well, I enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you, Betty.
And thanks for taking my call.
Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Made my day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sometimes like, why aren't more people engaged with civic engagements? Like,
I meet a lot of people that a little older than me that were involved with it quite a while, and they just got tired of pounding their head against the wall.
yeah.
A good friend of mine, we talked about it the other night, and she was heavily into politics. And she's like, Eddie, as much money as I spent, as much effort as I put in, I don't think I made a damn bit of difference.
Oh, that's depressing.
It's a reality, I think.
Well, have a bag of trail mix. Cheer up.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Papa B.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Papa B, how you doing?
I'm Papa B. I like my theme music. That's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
It is, actually, yeah. That's pretty good walk-up music you got there, buddy.
Why do you always have to call in, Papa B? Why do you always? Can you just not call in for a minute one day? Just give us a break for one day.
No one up calling you wondering what's wrong.
No, I like it when you call.
No, you provoke me to just got to say something. So, hepatitis, what is it? Hepatitis?
No, gonorrhea and
hepatitis.
chlamydia and a little bit of syphilis.
That's all you got, Joey? That's it?
Oh, HIV too.
Hepatitis, syphilis, and
That's all I can think about.
And I think I have some gout in my
Every
big
time.
toe after
Oh, I thought that
talking
was
to a
just a-
witch that really can
I
hear
thought that was
voices.
just a pimp walk you had. I didn't realize that was gout.
Every time you mention it, it strengthens myopia. Hepatitis, syphilis, and super gonorrhea. Don't forget chlamydia. It strengthens myopia.
Gotta have an whole album here, Joey.
Yes. You could do an AI to that.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what were we talking about?
The Alabama 250 booth up there in D.C., it features the South's finest trail mix.
Delicious.
Do they have a box of Tide with a toilet roll on top of it?
See, again, they should have Roll Tide.
Yeah. I mean, you see that everywhere. Lord Almighty. Yeah, they ought to have something better than what they got there.
Yeah.
That
But
is.
it just reminds me of somebody that a little bit too bougie for that kind of job. And, in their circles, this is great.
Put a little effort in it. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Oh, Montgomery
I mean, we got a lot of
police charge man with murder in Wind Lakes. That headline just came up.
No, great. Nice. Sweet.
We got murder in every socioeconomic class.
It's Montgomery. We don't discriminate.
I'm in Montgomery. Goodness gracious.
Talk
by
about
the
a
way,
negative piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they should put that in the booth. We're beating Chicago.
Or they could do the whole "we're number one" with syphilis.
We're number one. We're number one. Oh man, y'all were talking about earlier. All this scientific stuff going on. With they're messing with bio. I'm telling you, this is a horror show to me. It is the horror of modern science.
Mm-hmm.
These people just won't stop. They won't contain themselves. They won't control themselves. There are actually, we have treaties about this. I mean, at Nuremberg, we signed the treaties, worldwide treaties that were supposed to ban all of this human type, genetic testing and stuff, which is what the Nazis were doing.
Oh yeah.
It makes me kind of wonder what all those labs were that were in Ukraine now that we know about. I believed it. I was like, these folks are up to no good over there. We might wind up owing Vladimir Putin the thanks for destroying them. It makes me wonder, what all have they been up to? And I'm telling you, if they've been up to no good, hell hath no fury. We ought to, go with medieval on their sorry butt.
Well, and my main takeaway from when I read that this morning is the lack of fear of the Lord. Like,
oh yeah,
it's and I get it. You can't always, some people can be of two minds, and you're doing your job. But man, it's just creeped me out when I read that thing this morning. Why I shared it on the show.
Me and you both, bud. Me and you both. All right, guys. Well, I just had to get that song out on the word.
I appreciate the gonorrhea song.
The gonorrhea song. Thank you. We got a title now.
See ya.
Yep.
See you, man.
Let's go to Ray Bowles with Prattville Carpet.
Ray, how you doing, brother?
How are y'all?
Good.
I'm great. How about you guys?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
When you call, it's 3 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I haven't eaten today. I didn't realize it was so late. It just flew by today.
Well, you just intermittent fasting then?
Busy. Apparently I am today. It's been one of those days where it's doing non-stop, which is good. Right? If you take off like for the 4th or any holiday,
right?
It seems like we work twice as hard to get ready for it, and twice as hard as I'm like, wow, can we just work 365 days a year, make it nice and level?
As long as you cover my days off, I'm fine with that, Ray.
Yeah, Angie won't let me do it. She said absolutely not. She's already bitter because we're not going anywhere this summer.
Oh, right. Yeah,
we're just too busy, baby. Yeah. But look at the silver lining. We're super busy, and there's a reason we're super busy.
Yeah.
It's because we have the best pricing around. We have the best installers. I got the best sales staff, and it all starts with a phone call: 285-8117.
285-8117.
And we'll be out there. Lickety split. We're even open on Friday.
Oh, really? All right, Ray.
We might shut down about 2 o'clock. We might leave. Are y'all off Friday?
Yes, we are.
We're taking Friday off, and well, before I let you go, when we run out of time here, did you hear about how the booth for Alabama up there at the Great American Fair, or whatever they're doing in D.C., is they're doing a trail mix giveaway?
Trail mix.
Yeah, you ever put
what is that?
2 and 2 together, Alabama and trail mix? You ever put that together?
All like sourced from Alabama pecans and peanuts and dried cranberries
fields
and
that we
golden
have,
raisins.
and the raisins,
and it's to highlight all the trails people can come down and walk on.
That's just plain stupid.
Well, they have not received any complaints except for the complaint.
Yeah, the tourism department put out that statement. They said, we have not gotten any complaints, but they put out the statement in response to complaint.
That's, unless, and let me take that back. Unless Governor Ivey picked it, then I'm all on board. It's the best thing I've ever heard of.
Well, somebody did say there's a cardboard cutout of Governor Ivey.
Mm-hmm.
But then somebody suggested it should be a shot pourer. That would even be better.
And I forget they listen to us. And I love the government, the U.S. government. I love the local government. I love Alabama government.
That's not what you always say, Ray.
And trail mixes Alabama is Bear Bryant.
Right.
Absolutely. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Later, Ray.
Yeah,
see you, Ray.
Yeah, I just don't want them in my office. Thanks, guys. Bye.
See you, man.
Anyway, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, let's go. See you, Mayana.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
Happy hours next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.